All right, let's go ahead and get this started. Hello, hi. So, welcome in. Welcome to Session Zero Night. I've been jazzed about this all week long. I'm sorry, I'm like looking over here. Chat's over here. My camera is up here, and like my OBS stuff is over here. I'm looking to make sure that everything is like running smoothly because I've got a couple new things going on at the same time. We are actually multi-streaming today for not the first time, but we're multi-streaming for like the first time in a bit. And I am streaming to YouTube on top of Twitch. So I just wanted to make sure like everything is running and like copacetic. So you'll probably see me popping over looking this way quite a bit. But yeah, it's good to see you all. Welcome in. Happy Friday. I hope everything is going fantastic for you. If you can see, Moose just joined us up here in the Discord. Moose had not been in the Discord prior, so he is in there now, which is nice. And then we've got Doc. I've actually been chatting with Doc for a minute now, which has been cool. We've been kind of looking at things and looking at how everything is working and stuff. So yeah, hopefully we'll see both of them back here in just a second. We'll probably chat a little bit, probably get everyone on the same page and started and organized. Oh, I just saw Moose pop into the actual Foundry thing, so we're good on that end. Perfect. Hopefully they'll pop in a second. I hope I did it right. I have my Discord muted to them, but I should still hear them when they come back to me. Although it looks like Moose might have a different setup, but I can see that Doc is muted at the moment, but Moose is not, and I don't know if that's because Moose is just not have a mic on or something. I don't know. But anyways, welcome. I will also say I have a different multi-stream setup, or a multi-stream chat setup right now, so I can't necessarily tell which chat you're talking from. So if I miss you, I apologize. Moose is slacking what he expects. I mean, but I can see who's coming in from Twitch and who's coming in from YouTube. But as far as like our multi-stream or our shared chat, like I can't tell if you're coming from like Doc's chat or if you're coming from my chat, or if you're coming from Moose's chat. So, you know, if it's like we're muted to each other's channels and you're in one of those channels and you're talking to me and I do or don't respond to you, that's what's going on. Cool. Okay. And that was Doc. Cool. You back? Sweet. All right. Yeah, I was just, are you live? Oh my God, Moose. I'm just joking. We're live. We're already chatting with our chat. We've like made characters. We're like mid-campaign now. What is yeah. Yeah, Doc is killing it. I don't know what you're doing. Yes. So funny enough, I was telling Moose last Friday when you were out, I was like, if we have time at the end of stream today, after we do our session 0, do you guys want to watch the gamers together? Okay. Yeah, funny enough, I've gotten the question of what Doc is going to play a few times in my chat over the last couple weeks, and I'm like, I don't know, but I have a feeling he's going to want to play a druid, which is the shapeshifter. Yep. So that's really, I'm glad I called it. I'm glad I nailed it. Feels good. That's funny. Nah, I'm gonna be a druid. Nice. Welcome back, Moose. You missed it. Doc made his character just now. And now it's gonna be a secret to you forever. You're never gonna know. Now. We haven't gone over our lines and veils yet. Thank you, Deuce. You should be able to hear them now.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, we should, yeah. Right? Everybody sound good? Everybody sound okay? I hope they do.
You should be. I had you guys muted, like I had Discord muted to the audience so I could hear you, but they couldn't.
Oh.
Because I have a button for that. And then I just forgot to turn it back on when we were all ready to like chat with each other.
That's okay. I started the other day and I went through my entire intro and then someone was like, "You're muted."
Like, oh, that happens to me still so often.
Oh, hell yeah. I feel the shit
I just
out
pretended it didn't happen.
Right,
I love
right.
the
You just start oh god.
I love the invincible meme, the like that's the neat part, you don't one. But it's like, hey dad, when do streamers stop forgetting to unmute themselves when they come back to stream?
Yes.
And it's just him.
Yes.
With...
Yes.
I love that.
Oh god. Okay, so catch me up here. What have we done?
I've done nothing.
Yeah, we have actually done nothing. I was messing with you.
Amazing. I love that though.
I am going to go ahead and hop over
I'm gonna go
to
finish up my character over on roll 20.
Foundry.
I feel like that's a good place as any to start. You know, how do you hide the HTML just in case? Because we don't want people sneaking in.
Yeah, so I did have in the Discord chat a couple methods that I use. You can either attempt to full screen your browser with, if it's Chrome, it should be F11. But if it's, you know, a different browser, I don't necessarily know what it is. Or what I do is I have like a little button that just zooms my stuff, like it just makes it bigger, so that it it just takes all the extra stuff off the canvas, so that no one can just, there's no chance of anyone seeing it, even if I like exit full screen.
I was thinking of doing something like that. Yeah, that's probably the easier way to go. All right, let me jump over here. This will be easier.
Mine still shows the address bar, but I just deleted the address, so
Okay.
hopefully that helps. I didn't even think about that. People possibly just typing it in manually.
Right.
Now, thankfully, I did password protect it, so you guys have the password, and no one else.
That is true.
As long as no one else does, they can't just hop into our table. And the other reason that I used the what is it called, Grok thing, was specifically so that they can't just like connect directly to my computer or anything like that.
Right. No, that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah. I tried giving it a little thought to just try and hide my information.
Just a little thought.
Just a little.
Just a smidge, right?
Yeah.
Give it take. There we go. I done stretched it, so I think we're good.
Cool.
I have the hobbits going to Isengard in the background, which I don't think I need because we have all this beautiful music playing.
So you can hear the music.
Yes, I can hear it clear as fucking day.
Interesting. So Doc
Really? I
can't hear the music.
Oh damn it! Deuce already guessed the fucking the password. No man, I mean you were close. It's Zootopia, but you know, not 1, 2, or 3. It's the 4th movie, the one that hasn't gotten made yet.
There was a part of me that was like, maybe I should name the world Zootopia.
I mean, that wouldn't have been a bad thing. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I'm happy with Stream Hollow though. Did you guys see the login page and like the world notes and stuff when you first logged in?
No, mine is currently on the user configuration.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
same as me.
You can always look at it. There's not like important information there. It was just like a quick descriptor of like Stream Hollow. This is the page that you're going to be playing D&D and blah blah blah.
Right.
Just a little note from me to you. You can read that whenever.
Oy.
Oh, sure.
Sorry, I'm delivering food to the child.
Sure.
Child. Oh, he's in the shower. Never mind.
So welcome to Foundry. This is our.
Oh yeah. So, yeah.
Go for it. No, ask away.
No. I was gonna say, like, I've never used Foundry. I have been a Roll20 bitch. I have been a D&D Beyond kind of guy. Like, what is the jam with Foundry?
Yes. So Foundry is virtual tabletop. If you're familiar with Roll20, you're probably similarly familiar with this. Same with like if you've ever played something on Tabletop Simulator, it's kind of the same concept. You have a virtual space in which we can play games together as if we were sitting at a table together.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so that hence the cursor tracking. Yeah,
hence the cursor tracking. Hence like certain interactable objects that we can move around and stuff like that. So like this background that you see, this image is from Foundry. Like this is just like a default image that I'm using from them. But like these little panels here that I'm moving around, like that stuff that I made just to throw in here. So everything is like most things are going to be interactable. It'll either be a background image that we will put pieces on, like it'll act as our like battle map, or it'll be like an image that I just want you guys to see to give you ambiance for what I'm describing, stuff like that.
Didn't we use, like, even like Deuce is saying, like, didn't we use Foundry at one point with Timmy? Like a hot minute ago?
I didn't. I always used Roll20 with Timmy, but
right?
He may have switched to Foundry at some point in time.
Maybe like just to try it out or something, and like then it was like shit or something. Like I remember a jump and then having to come back to something. I don't remember if it was Roll20 in its infancy. I don't know what the hell it was, but it was something.
I actually went through a couple weeks ago, and like we did a deep dive into Foundry, we did a deep dive into Roll20, to kind of see like, is there a VTT that I like better? There's a ton out there, and I didn't go through a lot of what is out there, but I had already kind of had my mind set on Foundry, and we were just like, oh, let's look at Roll20 just in case maybe it is something interesting. Roll20 has a nicer sort of like user-friendly experience in that it's very bare bones. It gives you essentially what's on the tin. It is a table map, and you can roll dice, and that's it. That's the whole thing. I like Foundry. It is a lot more complex, but it's mostly more complex on the Game Master side, so on what would be my side of it. But it allows me to make a lot of custom things. It allows me to import things that other people have made, like modules that other people have made to use that you guys get to have as well. And since most of the difficulty of that comes to me rather than you guys, I was like, I like the customization, so I went with Foundry.
Okay, I respect it.
Yeah, sounds fun to me.
I mean, with that being said, what do we want to do? What's
sure?
What's the plan? What's the plan, DM?
So I do have sort of like a list of things to go through. You can see on the right side here, scheduling, setting, lines and veils, framework, and character generation. I kind of want to go in this order. I think it'll just help us progress through our session zero in a fluid and sort of efficient way, so that we can make sure we have enough time to actually do character gen and talk things through and make sure that we have like everyone's on the same page by the end of it. The point of the session zero, making sure that we all know what we're talking about, make sure we all are agreeing with everything that we're doing and saying like, oh yeah, we know what the setting is, we know what the rules are, we know what everyone's okay with and not okay with, you know, things like that.
Okay.
Is there going to be a casino? Why does everyone want to know where's the casino already?
I mean, I'm just saying, if I'm making one of Tasha's mansions, I want to know where my casino is, okay?
Well, first and foremost, before we dive into all of the nitty-gritty of like what's it going to be in the world, how often do you guys want to play this? Is this something you want to do like once a month, once every couple weeks?
I'm good with once a month to start. What do you think, Moose?
I think once a month is a great position.
Okay.
I think once a month is a great start. If it starts to pick up and we want to play more, we have some more time some months, we can do that. If not, then...
Do you want to set it as just like the first Friday of the month, since that's what we're doing today, technically?
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm looking up dwarven names.
Nice. All right, perfect. Yeah, we'll just call that then. First Friday of the month. I'll just make myself a little note here on the side. Boom. Beautiful. And then for setting, we are playing Dungeons and Dragons, right? We're going to be playing the latest edition, which is 5th edition 2024 or 5.5e.
Right.
So as far as like setting is concerned, while we can do a lot of different things with that, it is still typically going to be like medieval Western European stuff. There is some leeway in there, but like if we wanted to go crazy and do like sci-fi or something like that, that would just be a different system, right? I'm very much a proponent of like, we don't need to turn D&D into something that it's not. We can just play a different game if we want to do something different. You know what I mean?
Right.
But with that, are you guys interested in anything like, do you like high fantasy, like a lot of magic, a lot of whimsy? Do you prefer something like grimdark, which is maybe like an Elden Ring or like a Dark Souls vibe? Do you like low magic fantasy settings, where it's like your typical fantasy world, but there's just not a lot of actual magic, and when you do find magic, it's like that much more impressive kind of thing? Or any thoughts, opinions on that?
I like the idea of fantasy with magic. So that would be more
Dark Souls
my
story,
speed.
let's go. One shot, death.
Just a straight up Dark Souls game, yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of magic being available.
Do you like high fantasy where it's like a lot of magic, like magic is readily available everywhere, or is more like low magic, sort of like still that fantasy setting, but like magic is rare and
like, wow, look at that. Nobody's used a fireball in 50 years versus, oh yeah, just taught little Timmy how to use a fireball.
Maybe something in between those two, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah,
like not everybody has magic, but
right.
Yeah. So
you gotta be at least 10 years old and have a Pokeball before you can cast fireball. You got it.
Exactly.
So very, very kind of what you would look for and expect out of a Dungeons and Dragons game. Yeah, I love it. That's
like people
super
can
easy
have
to
magic,
run.
but not every single person has magic.
I love it. I love it. Cool. Okay, great. So that kind of helps take care of setting. We'll still be able to go more in depth onto what that means in a minute, but before we do that, I actually do want to talk about our lines and veils. Now, this was the form that I had sent to you guys earlier in the week. This sort of, it's like a consent checklist. I actually do want to go through it. I think consent on like specific topics and stuff like that really important. I want to make sure everyone is on the same page, and I liked the idea of like doing it live so that even the people who are watching, people who are coming back and watching, kind of know up front, like, oh, these are our sort of like our content warnings almost, you know? So this is sort of like, this will be available for everyone to view if they ever want to view it. Like, I know this isn't going to be present and I don't have to worry about this when I'm watching your show, kind of thing.
Yeah, I wish mine had saved. I filled out the entire thing, and it just kept, every time I even went back and just tried to fill out a couple of them and saved it again, and they would just disappear every time.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, we'll just go through it. That way we can, if you guys wanted to open it up on your guys' end so we can all follow along, you can. Otherwise, I'll just read through it and we can just answer it as we go through.
There's no wrong way to go through this, if it helps.
Yeah.
Mango really wants a casino.
Mango, I got you.
So,
I got you.
With that, funny enough, Manga, this D&D campaign, for me, it's not just a chance for me to play my favorite game of all time with my best friends, which is very much like I get to play D&D with my best friends. This is awesome. This is great. I love this. It also sort of acts as a playground for what is going to be the future of Whispers and Warlocks, and part of that is going to be like the way chat integrates in with the game and is able to help influence and manipulate the world. So there will be opportunities, hopefully down the line, not right away, but down the line we'll like start talking about adding in different things that I want to test out.
God, you're gonna give Deuce the chance to add shit? What are you, nuts?
Well, that's Travis, yes, I am streaming on YouTube.
I'm bugging down for it. Let's go.
But yeah, so that's sort of the gist of it. Is like there's going to be opportunities for people to add in things if it's not already added in, like, and you want to see it. There will be like ways to interact with us and interact with our world that we're playing in.
So, like, for reference, just to get everybody caught up on the same page there, I wanna be very transparent about this. This is very much D&D, first and foremost, right? But this is also very much a foundational test run for the baseline of what Panda is creating for his world that he's making. This is like the coolest D&D test run you could ever fucking do. So when he says you're gonna be able to mess with shit, I'm just saying I have quite the influence. I may be able to swingeth my biggest dicketh around, and it count to influence your influenza. So I would encourage you to hang out with Panda quite often to collect your influence, and stay on top of your ass. That's all. That's all I wanted to say.
I appreciate
I agree
that.
with all that was said.
I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say. But yeah, so stick around.
Sure,
it's going to be...
together this entire fucking campaign for us. The literal least I can do is be like, yeah, fuck yeah, this is your shit. Yeah, it's yours. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this Lines and Veils checklist here. So, big question, kind of broad question at the top. If we were to make this game and rate it like we would a movie, so G, PG, PG-13, etc., what do you think would be the rating for this game? Also, Travis, thank you so much for the resub.
What have I done?
I mean, I think it's a safe bet to assume we're not running around flashing our tits at everybody.
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Like, I am not going to openly force Panda into some type of intentional romantic play, between, characters and whatnot. I genuinely, when I play, romance can develop and all that, but it's very much like a Sims kind of thing where it's like, they went off and did yoo-hoo. If it were to happen that way. But, like, I'm not building, like, a bard who's intending to sleep with every dragon we come across, licking his lips lovingly. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going for Scanlan. But if that bartender happens to flash me a great pair of them pearly whites, she may wake up with several less pearly whites because I ain't got no teeth.
So, you're gonna steal them?
Maybe.
Are you stealing teeth, Moose?
Moose, are you stealing teeth?
Just don't fall asleep around me. That's all.
Weird how this went from, like, what sexual things you won't be doing to I'm gonna steal teeth.
Yeah, no, like I'm not gonna force any like sexual tension. I'm not gonna force any like proverbial, running around promiscuous. Bring me to the strip club. We're here. You know what I mean? Like if we're gonna go to a tavern, we're gonna have a drink. It's gonna be a fun little, role playing aspect of things. I'm not gonna ask you how big, your dice is at home.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can comfortably say PG-13, but with a few more fucks.
Okay.
Or if I'm feeling saucy, I might rip somebody in half and get very visceral with how I'm describing it. So.
Well, that's
maybe...
okay, because PG-13 never cares about violence for some reason.
It
Yeah,
really
right?
doesn't.
Isn't that fucking crazy, right?
But yeah, I agree on the PG-13 front. I think that's what I put on mine. So
Okay. PG-13 it is. Yeah, I like it. Cool. I am gonna make a note that like maybe it's like PG-13 plus. Just
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna make a note. Make sure NPCs don't fall asleep around moves. You never know.
Not on the RPG consent list. Maybe we'll make that as a note on like the game world notes.
Right? You might need to reference that a few times. You know what I mean? Might be good to have a sticky note of that somewhere.
All right, so jumping into the rest of the list, kind of more of the finer tuning of what we're looking at here. We'll start at the top, which is horror. These are going to be bugs, blood, demons, eyeballs, gore, harm to animals and children, rats, spiders, anything else we can think of, things like that. Do you guys have any hesitations on anything? I will say up front, for me personally, harm to animals, harm to children, those are things that I typically don't include in my games. Harm to animals, if it's like gory or bloody, I will like fade to black. But that's I don't like describing those kinds of things. Harm to children, I typically just don't include as just a baseline.
I respect that.
The harm to animals was definitely something I didn't. I had checked off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I wouldn't like. I'll say I skinned the cow and took the meat. I wouldn't be like, yeah, I tore off its X, Y, and Z.
Cool. Anything else on that list, though? And if you need me to read off anything again, more than happy to.
I don't have any
quite
inherent fears with things like spiders and whatnot, so all that other stuff is fine by me.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, spider dragons are on the table.
Perfect.
I mean,
Cool.
all it is a, a dragon with spider walk. Like, how bad can that really be, right? He laughed menacingly like this isn't already in one of his dungeons. Here.
What? The dragon that has a breath weapon that just creates swarms of spiders? What?
He breeds spiders.
He breeds spiders into existence.
Godless.
It shoots a gun that just shoots more spiders.
Yeah.
Also, Jared, thank you so much for subscribing. Congratulations on earning your PhD for 1 month.
Yeah. What if the dragon shot spiders who had guns that shot more spiders?
Ooh.
Right? Like double down. Like,
Spider grenades?
ooh, spider grenades. Ooh.
Ooh.
But it's like what do you call it? It's like a Star versus the Force of the Universe kind of thing, right? Where it's like they're inside the grenade, but they're not actually in the grenade.
God,
They
I
just
love Star
appear.
Versus.
I'm so glad I got that reference.
I know, like that's such a
Yeah, they're
good
just
show
kind of like
too.
living in there, just
Right?
waiting to come out.
Right? I want to be part of the fucking... Yeah, right? The spadade. Right? A potato full of spiders. Wait. Ew.
All right. So next sort of line item there is going to be our relationship. So this is going to be the one that you touched on a bit before you went into your teeth stealing rant. How do we feel about romance? We'll start with romance before we move on to sex. We do treat them as two separate things, but we'll talk about them individually. Starting with romance, this is going to be anything that, like, having romantic connections, anything more than that's just friendship or companionship. How do you feel about, like, do you want those scenes described as fade to black? Do you not want those scenes at all? I typically don't
we have a master technically button kind of thing where we can choose whether or not to see the nudes.
I like, just from a personal standpoint, don't like describing really in-depth, like, explicit scenes in general.
Yeah, that's fine by me too.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
And then as far as, like, between PCs, between NPCs, it's just the two of you. I'm not going to tell you guys you can't have a relationship between each other in-game. I'll leave that up to you. That is your discretion.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
think we'll...
doctor? It's an option?
It is only an option if you both agree to it.
Oh, of course. I would not. I've been in several games where two of the players were together. So they forced their characters together, and that ends exactly how you think it does. I got eaten alive by zombies.
Consensually?
Did the zombie steal your teeth?
You know, honestly, probably. Like, I had to get full resed. It was bad. Like, I died that day.
Oh no.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
frickin'
just replace some
Strahd's
D&D.
realm of all fucking thing, Panda.
Hydrate before you dihydrate. Oh, we got a hydration. Cheers. Thank you for that.
Hydration! Yeah!
So I guess beyond that, then, if that's sort of our bar just on relationships in general, as far as things like sex and sexual activities, we're probably just gonna take those off the table. Then, is my assumption.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
I am
100%.
good with that too. Perfect.
Like, I'm not here to fuck around and find out. I'm just here to find out and steal stuff and get good.
Awesome.
Save the land.
Now,
Oh, thank goodness. My throwing system was broken and now it's fixed.
oh, nice.
Dungeon duel. Dungeon duel. Dungeon duel.
Now, the next one is going to be our social and cultural issues. I'm going to put a hard line on this just out the gate. Anything that is, like, in my stream rules is like, this isn't okay in the stream, it's not going to be on the table. So basically every single item on this list is a hard no for me.
Yeah.
So it's just not going to be
That's
in the
perfectly
game.
That's perfectly fine.
Cool.
Yeah, I respect that stance.
Just figured I'd let you guys know up front.
Of course, no. I'd rather we be transparent.
That's the whole
about
point
this.
of it, right?
This is going to be long term, you know?
After that, we're going to take a look at mental and physical health. This covers a large range of things, but I also know that it doesn't cover everything. So if there's anything that you want to talk about, and
Are you
again,
okay with me showing the consent checklist on stream?
of course, I have it on stream right now.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm just bringing it up for everybody to see so they can see that there is like a lot of time and effort that went into this beautifully, and I love it.
Appreciate that. To full transparency, I did not make this checklist. This is one that I got from Monocook Games. So,
Hey, still qualifies as badass.
So with that, our mental and physical health checklist, I don't have anything specifically that I would say is a hard no, but I'm certainly open. Like if you guys have any hard no's, I am more than okay just leaving it off. I have no like connection or ties to any of these where I'm like, yeah, I really want this in the game. So any of it, just like, yeah, I'm good leaving it off. Just let me know.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I've always wanted to be claustrophobic. Hell yeah. Put me in a room. Yeah. Bury me in a saw trap.
And these, just so you know, these are also things that are like not necessarily just stuff that'll happen to your character, but like if you're just not okay with seeing it happen to other characters, even NPCs, like we can just leave it off the table altogether.
Yeah, I mean, we probably don't need sexual assault.
Yeah.
Or abortions.
Yeah.
And miscarriages.
Yep, I'm good with both of those being off.
Yeah. I think I can comfortably say I'm fine with just about all of these going through, as long as they carry some degree of story weight, where it's not just this woman had something happen to her because it's dramatic. Like give me an actual story reason why, you know, the clerk got boned in the church of the dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like make it dramatic.
I typically don't use these as like just throwaway tools. It would be specific tools to use as far as narrative, but those are good notes, definitely, for sure.
Oh, of course.
Cool. All right, with that, is there anything else that you want to go over? And keep in mind, you don't have to like say all of it on stream. If there's anything that you ever want to add to it, or like something that you want to just tell me in our Discord DMs, or even just in privately, feel free to. There's no pressure at all. Like, totally open about what we do and don't include.
Wow. Yeah. If it helps, I don't have much of an intention of making a character who's going to go out of their way to be a complete asshole. Like, I'm not going to be Paraxis. This is not a Paraxis run. I want to put that out there for anyone who's had the glory and the beautiful chance to see Paraxis in action. That man was an asshole. Oh, hey, Stas. Thank you so kindly for that to follow. I appreciate the shit out of you. Welcome to the Moose Kingdom. Be sure to check your potatoes. Be sure to check your acres, because it's the Moose Kingdom where you're continuing to merge between VTuber and the Histuber. Thank you. But yeah, like I'm not gonna go out of my way and be that. You know what I mean? Like, I've run a necromancer. I've done gnarly, crazy shit. You know what I mean? But I've also been the kind-hearted half-orc old man who tells stories about fish.
Sounds good. And that's you bring up a good point to touch on, something that is, you know, worth discussing. Like, as far as alignment is concerned, do we want to play a campaign that's like a good aligned campaign, like you guys are the heroes, or do you want to be in that sort of gray area? I would say probably let's not do evil out the gate.
Oh god,
yeah,
no,
evil might be a little tough to start with.
I'm perfectly fine with doing your standard. We are the good guys. We meet up and we go beat the bad guys. Like I like we can throw in some nuance there. You know, what does it mean to be good? But I'm not gonna be your chaotic neutral. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking to fuck up every NPC I come across because he stepped on my Nikes.
Okay.
Right. There could definitely be choices that can be made that would, you know, be perceived as good or bad, but not evil per se.
I like it.
Yeah.
Make a note of that on our Foundry box.
Yeah.
Ooh, taco Sakura, nice.
So good, mostly, little gray, no evil. That's kind of what I'm putting as my note, just to remind me later. Perfect.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. So then let us talk a little more on the framework then. So we are talking a mostly good campaign, little room for gray. We went through our lines and veils. We do know that we're doing like kind of your typical setting, fantasy, medieval European fair. Are there any specific things that you would like to see? Anything that you're like, man, I really want to play a story that's like, I'm a knight and I want to go and rescue a princess, or anything that you're particularly drawn to that you would like me to include? We can go more into specific details of like what your character is and what your character is doing once we start doing character creation, but like as far as the world in which you're going to exist in, and like kind of the direction that the story will go.
Right. I don't have any particular preference. I personally enjoy seeing the world unfold around me and grow as we play. I'm a very big progenitor of improv when it comes to D&D.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm about in the same boat with that.
Great. Okay.
Unless, of course, my character is a gambling addict and we add a casino.
Yeah. Look, I'm just saying, we go to the casino, all bets are off. I'm hopping up on top of that bar table. I'm hitting the jams and torching my oats.
I mean, here's the thing. If you're making your character and you have like specific ideas for what your character wants to be able to do, we can definitely do that. Like if you're like, yeah, I really want my character to be kind of a gambling addict, then I'll throw in some casinos for your character to be tempted by, things like that, you know?
Right.
Or if we have a crippling fear of water, you can throw in some rivers.
Exactly.
Ooh, yeah. Take a page out of like Psychonauts. Have the water be like magical and try to kill you in every instant.
Yes, that's what he's taking a page out of.
Yes.
So for reference, the world is I have named the world Stream Hollow. It is a very base template, like nothing really exists yet. I didn't want to put it in a already existing world like the Forgotten Realms or anything like that, just because that has a lot of great stories already built into it, and has a lot of great places you can visit and stuff you can do and places you can go. I tend to like to make sort of like my own world, and I like to create it as we go. I also think that'll make it for a much better sandbox to sort of like create stuff for testing Whispers and Warlocks and like playing kind of the game that we want to play. So
absolutely. I think that's a great idea. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Let the map unfold civilization style, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Beautiful. All right. Well, in that case, yeah, I mean, that's kind of, those were sort of the big overhead things to talk about. Now we get to do the kind of exciting part where we get to make your characters.
Well, I was going to say real quick though, Panda, again, I have a couple of years of D&D, you have multiple years of D&D. Is there anything that you want out of me as a player, or have any degree of expectation of, in terms of what you're expecting or want?
Dude, I just want you to have a good time.
Sounds good.
I want at the end of this for you guys to be like, man, that was a great story, or man, that's just fun hanging out with you guys and rolling some dice and like telling a story. I don't want you guys to get bored, you know. I don't want you guys to just come in just to hang out because it's fun to hang out with each other. Like, I do kind of want you to get invested, but that's not on you guys to be invested in what I do. It's on me to like make something that's worth being invested in, you know what I mean? So
yeah, makes sense.
Definitely give me feedback, keep telling me like what you like, what you don't like, things like that. That way it just keeps me, you know, up to speed on what you guys are enjoying.
Of course. Absolutely.
Cool. So yeah, I guess we just get into character generation. Do we? I probably will take each of you guys and do one at a time, as far as the actual making of the character. Did you guys have a preference on who goes first? I know Moose, you kind of already have an idea, if not already like your full character already made, and we just need to like put it into the game. And then Doc, you're brand new.
You want me to send you my character? This way you can overview it real quick and let me know if there's anything I need to change while you work with Doc.
We'll just take you guys each one at a time. We've only been going for an hour, so we have plenty of time to do this. This is like literally the last thing for session 0.
Right. Hey, and for what it's worth, I just want to make sure Doc has like the full effect of getting a chance to make a character from scratch because it's so much fun.
Yeah. So actually, maybe that's the better question. Doc, would you rather go through Moose's character since he already knows what he's doing to like see what it looks like to make a character, or would you rather go first so you can just like be given the
soak it in?
Yeah, like given the chance to like talk it through. Not that we couldn't talk it through if you went second either way, but I don't want you to get bored.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, why don't we look at Moose's first, and then that'll give me an idea of what's going on.
Okay.
Because I'm coming in completely blank here, so.
Sure. Hydrate before you dihydrate. Oh,
Okay.
got another hydrate. Cheers. Thank you for that.
Inspiration, yeah.
Delicious. Okay. What's the easiest way to share off of Roll20? It has been way too fucking long here.
That's a great question. I don't actually know, to be honest.
Right.
But give me your character's name.
Of course. That. Ooh, you know what? Actually, I like this. Let's do that. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be 10 times easier because I have a very standard dwarven, long ass fucking name. So I'm gonna put it here in the Discord just to make life easier. They call me Mordurian, the Gorbender. I'm not stuck to that accent yet, so like.
Muldrorlum?
Gorbender.
Your name sounds like you have marbles in your cheeks.
Aye.
What?
I carry marbles in my mouth. I carry them in my ears. I carry them under my dick. I mean,
there's just too many. There's too many consonants in your names.
Sorry, let me take out those pesky vowels then. Hold on, I got you.
Muldrorlum. Muldrorlum?
Muldrorlum. You can call me Mold for short.
Call you
'Cause
Mold
I
for
stick
short.
at everything, and
Mold.
I am
I
infectious
like it.
as hell.
Incredible. Let's see.
Hi,
Let's
Moth. Welcome in.
configure your ownership. You are Moooseking is the owner. Perfect.
Zan, to answer your question, I don't remember.
Stream's going well, Moth. We're in session 0 right now, so Panda is leading us through the beginning of our sessions.
All right. Now this part, I will admit, we are in the actual like doing stuff in Foundry part, which I did make a character in Foundry to test it out, and I have already forgotten how to do that, so bear with me while I remember how to do this.
This is why we have session 0, so we can all
Exactly.
remember how the fuck this shit works.
Exactly. There is... I know there's a space to, like, add a class in and stuff. I just don't remember how to do that.
It's funny because they give me the option to add a subspecies, but like I have to like type it out. So like if I wanted to be a hill dwarf, I'd have to type it, but there's no like breakdown or adding to it. So is that Player's Handbook update? Like did they take out the subspecies?
Hold on. Species. Dwarf. They may have? I thought there was... No, some of them have. They may have taken out the subspecies of dwarves, but... Hold on, let me look in the actual book just to verify, but... Because I know some of
Dwarves
them
don't
still
have subspecies. They just pop out of the ground.
Right. We're like Pikmin. You gotta pluck us every couple hundred years.
Like radishes.
Like radishes.
Like radishes.
GG.
So, like, elves, for example, you can be a drow, a high elf, or a wood elf, and, like, all of those are here in
right.
in Foundry.
But there was,
But
like on
dwarf?
Roll20, there was no
No, yeah, dwarves do not have subspecies in 2024. Huh.
I thought we said
It just
there was
says
gonna be
dwarf.
No racism. I
It
thought there was
just
gonna be no
says
racism
dwarf.
in this campaign. What the fuck?
Look, I'm not. This isn't on me. Blame Wizards of the Coast for that one.
Wizards of the Coast thinks all dwarves look alike.
Yeah. Huh. I wonder what the thought behind. Oh yeah, look, halflings don't have subspecies anymore either.
Hold on, give me just a second.
Oh, yeah, Moth, no worries. Have a great rest of your night. We're gonna have a good time.
Gnomes? Yeah, no, there's still subspecies of gnomes. Interesting. Huh. They took out halfling subspecies and dwarf subspecies. So,
Ooh, Ash recommends gnomes.
gnomes are fun. I like gnomes. Okay, so did Moose say he was leaving?
Panda Moose died 1 year ago today.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I keep forgetting that.
Sometimes his ghost enters into Twitch channels and starts session 0 D&D games. It's very specific, but I'm not here to question ghosts.
It's actually, we just need to keep channeling Speak with Dead throughout the entire session so we can just talk to Moose.
Pretty much. Don't ask any questions. We only get 5.
Yeah, exactly. God, the costs
What
of
is this, like a
hiring
Mickey Mouse
clerics.
situation? We only get 5.
No, we were saying that you
It's like
died a
you
year
can
ago.
Still hear him.
Oh, no.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
my
are a dwarf.
Yes. I won't get caught up in the semantics of it. I was under the assumption I knew most of the subspecies had like little extra quirks and whatnot that I was going to play into, but I'm not going to worry about that if it's not necessarily like a thing.
Well, you do have Why are you not? It's not letting me add it. Select. Come on, Roll20. Don't do this to me now. Or not Roll20 at Foundry.
Yami, you can have all the CCs of Kitty Love.
Because there are some things that you have as a dwarf, right? So you have Dwarven Resilience, so you're resistant to poison damage.
Oh, you pick proficiencies depending on your species, or at least that was the idea. Okay. So you could be any type of dwarf per se.
Yeah, exactly. So your background determines like ability score bonuses and things like that.
Right. And I have the criminal background, so it's like I got those little buffs and then whatever general proficiencies I could have pushed toward. That explains it. When I was setting it up, I noticed that. I was noticing it gave me
I thought you wanted to be a hero.
Oh, yes, I am. I am. Trust me. I promise I'm not running around like, slipping people's pockets with like, sleight of hand and shit. But I may play a rousing game of cards next time we're in the bar. Rousing.
Okay, do me a favor, Moose.
Yes.
On the right-hand side of Foundry, you're going to have a panel. 4th button down should be actors.
Yes.
And you should see your character as an actor there. Can you open that up?
Hey, there he is!
Now-
There he is!
Do you have the ability to add your own species to this?
Let's see.
Because I'm wondering if it's because I set you as the owner that it's like only you can do stuff to it, which would feel really weird, but I don't know if I'm just doing something
That would
wrong.
feel really weird, right? It doesn't even have any of my class or anything. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're doing PHP 2024 for Paladin.
Mm-hmm.
So like I just went to add in my class and it didn't take it.
Okay.
Dungeons!
So that means
Dungeons! Variance, what's up, dude?
I might have something set up wrong.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and
Church was
Dragons.
Exactly this. That's why I'm not going to the church. I'm playing cards at the bar. Let's see. Special traits, original class. Yellow. My name is Moldurian Goldbender.
Yami, I'm just going to eat the potatoes.
Like
so it works out
Mardu
nicely.
from Grave. Let's fucking go. Yeah, they call me Mold for short, love. Because I stick to everything.
It's a concerning statement. I like it though. Yes, Sly. A snake is almost a dragon.
What if I did origins, species, and then just dragged this onto
There you
your
go. There's
character?
your character name right there. Lilu Dallas, multipass. But yeah, no, Panda, I can't edit anything on this character.
Okay.
I can't even add an original class or... Oh, my look.
What about
Like, it has me as a human right now.
background?
See, add species. Okay, I can add the species, and PHP 2024 dwarf wouldn't let me add it.
Criminal, select.
So do I have to rebuild my character from Roll20 into Foundry?
Yes, yeah, that'll be essentially what you're going to do, and what we're going to do together, if I can figure out how to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember having this much difficulty before, though. I don't know why. Just going to double check and look through this.
Lamo, I apologize in advance for when I'm going to do that accent over the period of time that we play this game, because I'm going to gain that accent, I'm going to lose that accent, it's going to come back to me, it's going to fly off the window, it's going to be a completely different person, so I apologize in advance. Right? See? I'm finally rubbing off on everybody. Let's go. See? Lola. Lola. Lola, where'd you go,
It's
Stinky
not
Boy?
a stream if things don't catch on fire. That's just facts.
Right?
That's true.
Are you actually streaming if everything works like properly? Lola. Lola. Come here, Lola. Hi, Lola. Hi, Lola. Hi, Stinky Butt. Come on. Hi, Stinky Butt. There you go,
Edit,
Stinky. Oh, God, Stinky.
add
Stinky
species,
jump. Oh, God. Stinky jump.
dwarf,
Okay. I've handed over the puppy.
select,
I
select.
tried using Foundry. This will be interesting. Right, rubber. Like, this is exciting. Like, this is very exciting. I've used Roll20. I've used in-person paper.
This was much easier before. I don't remember.
Really cool once the initial setup's done. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, why did
I've
we
used
set up
exactly
in Roll20
nothing,
then?
so-
I'm attacked. If we were going to set up in Foundry.
Say again?
Why did we set up in Roll20 if we had to set up in Foundry?
I don't know why you set up in Roll20. I never asked you to. I just
Oh.
assumed that's what you were doing.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought this was where we were setting up.
No.
I don't know why. I'm so sorry.
There's no reason to be sorry. I just assumed that was what you were using to make your character.
Ooh, if I can... Okay, hold on. If I can export my Roll20 character as a JSON file, I can import it into Foundry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to poke around on that for a second. Let me see what I can find.
I remember there being like a way to like level up. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe. Game
Wait.
settings, configure settings.
You still trying to figure out why I can't add things?
Do-do.
Zan is saying you need a plugin for Foundry to import characters.
Ah,
Oh.
never mind then.
I mean, I could
Never
get
mind
that.
then.
If you guys happen to
It-
know what it is
oh!
off the top of your heads, I could potentially do
It's
that.
it's orc boss fighting, orc boss fighting time, not just dungeons. Orc boss fighting time.
Oh,
Yeah, hell yeah.
get in on
Take
that.
some ass, take some names. Take some ass, take some ass. What the fuck? What the fuck is ass?
I'm gonna hit join and hope it works for my stream.
Oh, it will. It absolutely will. I'll let you know when you're part of the carnage. I think I see you. I don't know where you ended up, but I think I see you. Kick the
I'll be
orcs
somewhere.
ass! I love that it has a whole ass animation. Let's go. Roll20 Converter is the name of the plugin, Panda,
Perfect, thank you.
for Zan.
I would still like to figure out how to make a character because we do need to make Doc's character too.
What if I just use the power of my imagination?
I mean,
Imagination.
there's entire, arguments to be made about how theater of the mind is the best way to do it, and like you can play all of D&D with nothing but just chatting with each other.
Yes. I love theater of the mind personally. A lot of my initial experiences going into D&D was very much picking up a piece of paper, fucking up my stats, and like playing, a ranger, like old PHB ranger before they fixed him. And
I would like to be a 60-foot dragon that just shapeshifts into normal things and stays that way for
there's
all the
technically
time.
a class for that.
There's ways you can do that.
Yeah, like you could be a level 20 druid whose preferential form is their original quote-unquote form, and you shift back into a dragon because you were cursed, so the only time you can do it is when your level 18 druid decides to transmogrify into the fucking dragon that you used to be. Like, you can actually do shit like that.
I think the best idea is that I'm very, very introverted, so I don't like being the giant dragon.
Yeah. Hell yeah! Like you turn, so you turn into like one of those little maid dragons, like from the.
It'd just be like some other class, just be a gnome,
Right.
so I can be as small as possible. But the real
gnome.
form is the dragon. It's just like I don't like being the giant dragon.
The real dragon was the friends we made along the way.
There you go.
Mhm. That was the real dragon.
And a crippling fear of water.
Hell yeah! A crippling fear of water. Hell yeah!
Exorcist, I could play Sir Barrington. I could just be a giant bear.
I always wanted
That's
to be
true.
I always wanted to be the smallest giant. So I wanted to come up with a barbarian who was the smallest giant.
Ooh.
And that was his whole shtick. Oh man. Oh. Thanks. Thanks, Deuce. Oh no, wait, no. There is no Spotify.
Send me. You said you can export your Roll20 as a JSON file?
Oh,
No, I
that's
said
loud.
I was saying there was a way to do it, and if so, it's from a way that that Xan had figured out.
Yeah, no. Sorry. Send me that JSON file.
No, I don't have it. I don't have a way to do it.
Oh.
I would need the plugin in order to do that. Yeah.
To
I have a
export from
question.
Roll20?
My thing just reset, and now I can hear the music, but the music is very loud. Is there a
Oh.
way to turn it off?
Yes. On the right-hand side, you should see some panel that says playlists. Should look like a little music icon. If you open that up, there's a way to stop the music.
Okay, I can make it much quieter. There we go.
Cool.
Exactly, Lamoadus. Exactly. I am the smallest giant I know. They call me Fingus Dingus.
But now I can hear the music, so that's good at least.
That's good. Yeah.
Right?
I don't know why that changed for you.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just randomly refreshed my whole screen, and it
Well,
was
that-
like, oh,
that
here you go.
part wasn't-
Now you can hear the music.
That part was intentional because I refreshed the game state, but not because I wanted you to hear the music, but because I was trying to refresh the character sheet.
Sure.
But
Oh,
I am.
Panda, just
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was done.
What is your rule on rations and keeping up on food?
Oh, that's a great question, actually. What do you guys want to do? Because there's a certain amount of we can track all of that. If you guys like the more survival features and stuff like that, we can track ammo, we can track your rations. In the past, what I've done in other games is I'll add in the cost of things, like for rations and travel costs to if you like do overland travel. And so you don't have to track your rations, you just essentially lose money in relation to how much you traveled.
Yeah.
I've done ammo, just like not track ammo unless it's special ammo. So like if it's just like I have a bow with a quiver with 20 arrows, you don't have to track the 20 arrows. You can just say I have a bow and a quiver with arrows, and you can just shoot arrows as you need to shoot
Yeah.
arrows.
I've always been a big fan
Yeah,
of that
yeah.
personally, because like especially with somebody like like a ranger, for instance, if you run out of arrows, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah. But that's that's all part of it too. Like if you like the more survival aspects, we can totally track things. Foundry will track it for you, so you don't even have to do like the extra work of keeping up with it. Or we can just not track arrows and stuff, and unless it's like specialized ammo, like magic ammo or something like that, then I would ask you to track that. But
Of course. You see, Wolf was like, track bulk, make gold waste stuff, much suffering.
I mean,
You
stuff
gotta
like
hydrate and stretch redeem too.
sure, stuff like that is a lot easier to do when you have virtual tabletops because it'll do it for you.
Oh, absolutely.
But I've always just kind of do rule of thumb as like, if it doesn't seem to make sense, you can't do it. If it makes sense, you can do it. Like, oh, we just killed 20 goblins. I'm gonna loot every single one of their swords and stuff and just carry them with me. Nah, that you can't do. If you brought a cart with you, maybe.
Right. Or if I bought like a bag of holding and I stuff all of their armor in there, you know what I mean? Like it is all in there, and then you're like, yeah, you can do that, but it's gonna take you 4 hours to get all 20 goblins, fucking armor off. Do you really want to go doing that? It's like, yeah, it's a short run. Foundry has ammunition options where it auto detects. Yes, Zan, that's what Panda was saying. There's a nice auto tracker built into this kind of stuff.
All right, I'm just gonna turn to Google.
Oh, okay. Choose a JSON. You can export it by opening up its sheets. Pressing export button on the header. Look at those macros and shit. Apparently, Deuce found a way to export on Roll20 as a JSON.
Oh, good.
By opening up its sheet and pressing the export button on the header. So I have to open it up as the sheet. Now,
This isn't enabled, right? Like, that's not what I'm missing. Manage modules. Yeah, no, it's all enabled. Okay.
where in the fuck?
Dwarf.
Oh, that means I don't get Dwarven Toughness anymore. Oh, I love Dwarven.
It's like it doesn't even want me to add in. Select.
Trying to find where that header is, that header button you were talking about there. Dude. Opening up its sheet and pressing export. Where do I open up the sheet apparently? Manage sheet. It's not in manage sheet. You're in the sheet. I know I'm in the sheet.
Hit points, death saves, tools. Doc, this is going to be super quick when we get to you, because I will have done all of this figuring out part on Moose.
So, in the meantime, Doc, what do you have you had a chance to scroll through the player's handbook at all to get a look at some classes or races or anything?
I did not, unfortunately.
That's okay. Do you have any idea of like a story that you want to run or that you want to tell?
I mean, aside from the 60-foot dragon part, I think that's pretty accurate to what I wanted to tell. Mostly the druid that prefers to be in the shapeshifted forms than the actual form.
Ooh, you want to be a druid who prefers to be in the other form? Okay. That's gonna be some really fun wild shape too. I love that. Okay. I love that.
I would like to wild shape into a chair, please. Thank you.
I mean,
Put me in the corner with the rest of the chairs.
I would like to morph into a chair. Now bring me into the bar. So begins the waiting. Fences. I'm not seeing it. If the game is paused, you may not be able to edit. Oh, Zan saying if the game is paused, I may not be able to edit my character.
It is now unpaused.
But I don't think even when it was, I was able to do that. But let's see.
Because usually the level up thing happens like right here. What if I... Ooh, wait, what if I do this?
Nope, still can't. I still
No.
can't add anything from. Stat beans.
I am just so confused on how... Like, what am I missing here? Where's my compendiums? Compendium. Player's handbook.
I like Sly's idea. Wild shape into a mimic. Good old chair Stafor. He never made much fuss. I like it.
He never made much fuss! So what did you do after you saved the world and got the princess back home and slew the dragon? I was a chair for 12 hours. 12 whole hours. I've never had better meditation in my life. Julian, you never know. It's good to have variety in the spice of life, okay? The thing about mimics is all their transformations begin at the mouth. Ugh! Oh, why'd you have to say it like that? Oh, that was very much an innie thought there, Wolf, and that innie thought became an outie.
As long as their teeth are real, Moose will be fine.
Right. You know, they say that the mimic teeth, they sell much better than the average human tooth or even a giant's tooth. My grandfather stole a giant's tooth once.
I bet mimic teeth would go for a lot of money.
Right? Because they keep changing size. They're great for implants. Mimic teeth are a rare alchemic ingredient. I thought you were going to say a rare delicacy, and I was about to smite you. Because I'm a paladin. I can do that.
I mean, why can't it be both?
Morals! Mortals, damn it!
Most of the time, you're going to drink all that alchemy stuff anyway, so. Yeah. There you go. You do eat potions, so I guess some potions are thicker than others.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I watched a barbarian take a bite out of a potion vial once. It was great. He was a sheep for the next 6 hours. Came back, all he could say was "bah" for 5 more hours afterwards.
Yes, Sly. Crunchy potion.
Crunchy potion! Hey, you guys ever get a bite of this crunchy potion? Some say it's so crunchy they call it a sandwich. Me? I call it a grilled cheese. You'll find a figurine inside your potion. Oh, no, wrong jar. Wrong jar, Julian. Good lord, no. Always take the figurine out of the jar before any acts of violence are committed against that jar.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Robert, that's exactly what it translated to. He said "bah" for 8 hours afterwards, and all he could say repeatedly was, God, I love being a sheep.
I could wild shape into a sheep.
Yeah, very much could. I once had a dwarf and elf that hated each other. The elf was a rogue who had so much dex and equipment, he could walk on the ceilings without spider climb. Jesus. I once played, so fun fact, my necromancer and my warlock that I played were actually part of the same campaign. And so warlocks are fun, Doc, because they get all their powers from ancient deities or passed down by lineage, right? Like it's all just kind of inherited in some fashion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wizards, have to study. They got to go to school. They need a compendium. So, my wizard and my warlock didn't get along very well. One was like, I spent years toiling away, burning through the books, going into debt to find my magic deep within. You know, and the warlock's just like, yeah, my grandfather died. He gave me an axe, and now I swing good.
Oh no.
Oh, dear sweet cheesy muffins. The dwarf would drink every potion we found. It was a love potion. He was chasing the rogue around the dungeon, and the rogue was upside down. Did she hiss at him and turn her neck like 360 degrees just to make a point?
Gonna grab something. Ah.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. We're just telling stories over here, and I'm helping Doc out. So, Doc, you want to be a so you want to be a druid?
Might get disconnected, just so you know.
That's all right, Gavin. So as far as race goes, do you want to be like an elf? Do you want to be like a dwarf or a dragonborn or a tiefling even? You could even be a human if you wanted to. There's no wrong way to do this.
Yeah. I mean, I was a dragonborn in BG3, so that might be what I'm most comfortable with. Otherwise, an elf would be fine.
Absolutely. Elves are fun because they have a very inherent ability to only have to sleep half the amount of time as everyone else. And dragonborns are fun because they get to go quaw with the breath. So it's like
Wrong button. Down.
they're both fun in that sense, you know.
Yeah, makes sense.
I've played a dragonborn before. I had a acid weapon, an acid breath weapon, which was fun. And then I played a half elf for like maybe a half a session because one of my characters ended up as one. Sly, a tabaxi is 2 on the nose. It's so on the nose. But yes, they do have a kitty cat race there, Doc, if you want to be a cat.
Technically, you don't have access to that, just so you know.
Oh, you don't have access to tabaxis?
I just want to use the 2024 stuff for now. We can expand out once everyone gets more familiar with everything, but I just want to use 2024. And tabaxi is not innate in 2024.
All I'm saying is a monk tabaxi runs very fast. Very, very fast. Like, I'm talking Roadrunner. 2024 dialed it back to 5e launch. No shit. Oh.
Like, technically, their ruling on that is, like, if you want to use one of the races that was 2014 in any of the books, like, there's ways you can convert it. But I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Not innately, you know, like, eventually we can look into that.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Makes sense.
He says as he suddenly drops us into a city full of tabaxi.
Right.
And Goliaths. And centaurs.
Like, part of the reason why I wanted to keep it as limited rules as I could is because of things like this. Like, I'm still kind of new to Foundry, so it's like trying to figure stuff out, and then trying to add more stuff to it on top of that would be a lot.
Right. No, of course, you're good, man. And again, like, there's still plenty of good content to pull from.
Yeah.
Like, plenty. Let me know when I can swing back into Stream Hollow.
You guys are good to log back in.
Yeah, I logged back in, so we're able to get back in.
Okay, cool. I thought I told her to save the password so I wouldn't have to type it back in. I swear I did. Logging in as me. Oh, scusi. Okay, there we go, and we're back in.
Hi, Nikki. Welcome in.
2014 rules are so much better. At least the counterspell can be used. I mean, I hear you, Jenna, but like, let's be real. D&D has to do like a very soft or hard reset every like 15 years or so. You know what I mean? Every 10 to 15 years, I should say. Like, it's just a great way to like refresh things, reintroduce concepts, reestablish not boundaries, but like foundational information, and then you can expand from there. You know, it's like everybody who said, oh, D&D 5e at its launch was absolute shit, and they bitched about it left and right. And you should go back and play 3.5. 3.5 was the best. That's all I heard for years when I started playing 5e. Oh, this is crap. And in 3.5, you could roll for the size of your undies. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there was a stat for it, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was the most useful stat in the world. But yeah, like, you're always going to get people saying, oh, well, this version's better. But it's also a degree of familiarity, Hey, Not Daenerys, what's going on, dude? How you doing tonight? Good to see you. We were just talking about the fanfic you were going to write for us. Isn't that exciting? Your characters lived long enough to get counterspell? Zan.
I'm guessing that's a late game spell.
No, you get a pretty...
No, counterspell. Yeah, counterspell is one of those, like... So in D&D, you do have, like, a myriad and a plethora of different, like, utility spells to go through and tons of different ways to approach combat.
Right.
But Fireball is always useful, and there's many versions of that one thing that kind of works really well in a lot of situations that you'll find, especially for
I would imagine conjuring fire would be super duper useful,
Yeah.
even if it is a giant fireball.
Fireball is immune to all that.
Counterspell used to be one of those spells that was like everyone had it because it was always super useful. It was always it was a very, very powerful thing that it was like it's sort of like a game balance thing where it's like it's in everyone's toolkit because it's always useful, but it also does a lot to like lessen the fun of the game. So in the transition from 2014 to 2024, they very heavily changed the way counterspell works. So I think that's probably what Jenna was referring to.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Select 3.5, roll the loot table for my group in front of them while they were looting. They were rewarded a pair of seal slippers. They had baby seal faces on the front. Zan. Jesus. Zan. Not Daenerys is going to write our fanfic, Doc. Isn't that exciting? She's a writer.
Nice.
That's so exciting. Moonfall, what's going on, dude?
Hey, Moon, welcome in.
Doing all right on this end, doing all right. Working on session 0, working on getting Foundry working, making the mistake of making my character on Roll20. A whole bunch of good stuff happening. Let's go.
Yeah, we're just chilling at the moment.
Hell yeah.
Ever so slowly working our way to making characters and setting stuff up.
Yes. So, Purrington, do you have like an evil family relative who's trying to seduce your druid into going outside more often and talking to real people?
That sounds like a good backstory, actually.
I love creating foundational backstories. It's one of my
Just
favorites.
an overbearing dragon mother.
Yes. Do it. No, son, you've got to go outside. You've got to go get into the light. Mother, I don't want to go outside. I just want to be a sheep today. You're not going to be a sheep for the 3rd day in a row, Julian. Get your ass outside now. But, Mother, I haven't finished this grass yet. Julian, I swear to God.
Listen, Mother, I just want to be a stool. It's so much simpler. Life is better as a
Son of
stool.
mine will stool here. If you want to stool, you have to stool outside like everyone else. Yeah, Doc, don't be a mat. You don't want people walking all over you.
Ash says I'm going to be a gnome mimic bard.
A gnome? Yeah. I mean, that's not too far off, honestly. Zan, don't throw the fucking hot pot at the bot, you dick. Oh, God, don't give Wolf ideas. He will find a way to make this work. Good Lord, don't give him ideas. Dear sweet God, I see the gears turning. I'm scared now. Oh my God, I have done role playing before with Wolf before on like a forum setting back in the day kind of thing, and I can assure you, he is very, very well written. Like, he will make a really good character.
I like Wolf's idea. You be the mimic, and you just like trick enemies into walking directly into your mouth, so you can eat them.
But like, what if it's like one of those things where you're like an emo teenager, and you're like, Mom, it's not a phase. I've always been a mimic. I can shapeshift into stuff. Look, gosh. But you have like fake like almost like a Joker smile with like the teeth of a mimic. See, Mom, it's not a phase. I'm gonna be a sheep. I'm gonna be the deadliest sheep out there, and that's like your calling card anytime you transform. the mouth.
Well, now
tattoo
we're just getting into Juggalo territory, and I don't want to go down that road.
There you go. Speaking of schools, I had a nice circle of spores druid once. Oh my god, I thought you were gonna make a shit joke there, Zan. Something died within range of me. I could reaction to turn them into zombies. Yeah, Circle of Spores was great. I never got to play it. I got to listen to what the hell was it? Not Another D&D podcast, and got to see a spore druid in action, which was great. Mimic's only spell is confuse the enemy with a song. Oh.
You know, if the treasure chest is singing to you, it's probably a mimic. I feel like that would just be worse.
I'm sorry, what were you saying there, Purrington? Gina was asking me something. What's up?
I said if the mimic is singing to you, like if the treasure chest is singing to you, it's probably a mimic.
I mean, if it's singing to you, it could also be enchanted because, you know, the vain, you know, entertainer down the street who likes to hear her own voice before she goes on stage may have put a little, you know, spell on the chest so that whenever she opens it, it goes, oh, this is your voice. Like an answering machine. Like an answering machine.
I see. I'm gonna go with mimic still.
Like she tells everyone it's an answering machine, but secretly she knows deep down in her heart she made a mimic, and she's so proud of it she can't bring herself to let anyone else know, lest they try and steal her valuables. Was that your character's mother when she was younger? Because she couldn't become a mimic, now she doesn't want you to become a mimic?
That's the character's mother now.
But in her golden days, you should have heard her at the strip mall.
Oh God, no.
She was one of those like vendors that you walk past. Free samples. No, free samples. 1 hour massage, $5. $1 massage, $5. There's so many ways you can go about this. So many ways. Oh, we got kicked out of Stream Holo again.
You're good
Yes, we did.
to log back in.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't want to interrupt your
Hybrid, welcome in. How you doing?
chat.
No, please, by all means. Don't let me be the bearer of peasy muffins. Exactly, Deuce, exactly. In the middle of the mall, in front of everybody. She did not care. She had no shame. She knew that her time would come. And so would this gentleman who's been here for 20 minutes. Oh my goodness. No son of mine is going to be a mimic for the rest of his life. But mother, I don't want to go outside. The sun's out there, mother. Your father was a carpenter, and I was a woodworker growing up. The least you can do is turn into a well-educated stool.
I guess it would make sense to want to be a mimic because you could just hang out in dungeons all day. Avoid the sun.
Avoid the sun, right? My mom said I could be anything. So I became the best mimic there ever was. Here's my story. A long time ago, in a suburban house down the road. Like it just starts like opening a scene as like this dingy, dark dungeon with like dripping, you know, like stalactites and whatnot. You know, like the wood on your mimic body of the treasure chest that you've become is like horn and like jagged. And it's like, and here's my story. And it's just like fades to black, and it's just this big suburban style like county home with this little music, this little like what do you call it? This little like little like country music in the background. And it like opens like sitcom style, like, "Hi mom, I'm home."
Local man becomes chair. I like that.
My life as a teenage mimic. There it is. There's your play, Doc. My life as a teenage mimic. Before we get too deep into the muck on that, I do want to say though that there is no like mimic race per se in this chance. So you would have to be a race of sorts, and then your class could be druid, and then we could essentially like you have your druid transformations and things like that, and then depending on how Panda wants to do it, you can flavor certain things. So like you may be a sheep, but you're a sheep that's shaped like a stool. You know what I mean? You may be a dragon, but you'll be a dragon shaped like the bones from the Jurassic Park T-Rex. You know what I mean?
That's oddly specific.
Yes, it is. We all have goals in life. Don't judge me. Your local chair yells at clouds. Just said, "Fuck, I'm a local
Sly.
chair." Oh, let's fucking go. So what do you think of that concept though? There, Burrington, what do you think? Like a you want to do like a late teenager? Do you want to do like an early 20s kind of guy still living with his mom? Like,
I'm not entirely sure yet, but
that's okay. Just throwing out ideas, you know?
yeah.
Oh man. Yes. Your name is Chair? Yes. Son of Sofa, Lord of Lavarland. First of his name. Oh my god. My mother was referred to as the four-legged stool. Yes. She walked in the room and commanded attention. Huh? Gina whispers, "My daddy had 3 legs." This here's my grandson, Bar and Stool. You can take a guess at which one I like more.
Oh no.
I bet you never guess why I met his daddy. Yeah, exactly, Zen. Exactly. I'll be carrying a wooden box containing Doc, who's actually just shapeshifted into that kind of box. But you have little googly eyes glued to the lid because you're trying to live your best box life.
Just keep me out of the sun. I'll be happy.
Just keep me out of the sun. Yeah, like Sly's saying, I got a rickety old chair, handmade out on the porch. Oh, that's Bob. Oh, yeah.
You can have
You
the
don't talk
box, and I'll be a box inside that box.
Ooh, a box in a box. And then when that box arrives, I'll smash it with a hammer. Brilliant, I say. Genius, in fact.
Oh, thanks for the headbats, Dragon.
Oh, that's so funny. But like Sly, it's one of those things where like the chair is just like on the porch, and it's just like, yep, that's Bob. And it's like it's got like a trucker hat like in the center of it on the top. It's like, that's Bob, and it's just like, yeah, he said hi. 3 squeaks for hi, 2 squeaks for no, 1 squeak for go away. Yeah, right. And out in the field there, that's that deer right there. That's John. Yeah, that's John Deere. Say hi, John Deere. Hi. Just off in the distance. Hi.
Joke's on them.
Yeah.
I was the hat the whole time.
What's the hat the whole time? God, Zen, what are you sending me? Dear sweet God. What are you sending me? Oh, yeah. Like a mimic in Black Clover is just like a box and then there's organs inside. Yeah. I've seen that meme before, actually. Bob talks like the grandpa from Squidbillies. The grandpa or the grandma? You talking? You know, the one with the walker and shit. God, Squidbillies. There's a show I haven't seen in fucking 2 decades.
Oh god, yeah.
Right?
They used to be on like every single night.
God, right? Dungeon! Like, they pushed the hell out of that show for a while. And the hats. Man, the hats were wild.
My favorite line from that show was the grandma when the dad wanted to. Oh god, he was like, there's nothing you can say to make me stop what I'm doing, and she ends up casting this like ridiculous ritual spell, and it shoots lightning at him. And he's like, "Damn it, that was the one thing you could have said to stop me from doing what I'm doing." And she's like, "Yeah, why don't you take that wine down to the park where the squirrels will care?" I just love that line so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This was such a great scene.
God, for a while, let's
Like,
be real.
you
That
can't
was
say anything to me. She's like,
say it.
Melakinesis.
Oh man, or truckapede. The dad had that truckapede. Big ass truck with 8 million fucking tires. Oh god, I remember the son's name. His son's name was Rusty, and that's
Right.
like, that's the only name I remember. Rusty Earl? No, his dad's name wasn't Earl. It was. God, what was it?
I don't remember
One
too much
drastic
from the
fix
show,
I think for
unfortunately.
fixing being able to or edit actors is a reinstall of Foundry. What if we're running it off of the browser there, Zan?
It wouldn't be a reinstall for you, it'd be a reinstall for me. Sorry, I am still listening. Sorry, I've been really quiet because I've just been trying to figure things out. I think one of the things I'm going to try, though, is I'm going to, like, just turn off all the modules except for the Dungeons & Dragons related ones.
Yeah, go for it, man.
And
whatever you want to give it a whirl. We're here
See
for
if
it, man.
Maybe that.
How do you feel about Doc being a googly-eyed mimic? Chess.
No.
Power of wild shape. No. Like, yes, technically it's supposed to be limited to animals, but you know.
Oh, here we go. I think
What
maybe
happened?
it's a module conflicting. Because as soon as I turned everything off and ooh. Okay. All right. Hold on.
Ooh.
He said, ooh, 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 ooh.
That may have actually fixed some stuff.
Oh my god, yeah.
Going
I was able to add my species. I was able to add dwarf. Like, I'm not going to go past this point, but I just want
This
you to
is
know that
the
became an option.
only other one that I really want, and looks like it should be compatible, so I'm going to do this real quick.
Okay. Also, Wolf, I
being a
like
mimic
that.
with
Mimic
cat
with
ears,
cat
right?
ears. That'll do it.
Right? But it's not actual like cat ears. You're just like, you have like just a headband with cat ears that just
yes.
changes whenever you shape.
Okay, we're good. Yes. That was it. There were modules that are just not compatible yet, and that was preventing anything from working.
All right, Captain.
So
I'm gonna work on making all Durham in the meantime.
Well, let's do it step by step so we can get the whole process
Sure.
on the record. But yeah, essentially what happened was Foundry had a big update. It went from version 12 to version 13 like 3 days ago.
Oh.
So a lot of the modules need to like have time to update and process and go through its whole steps. Now, all of the modules that I initially had listed were like, they were in like, there's basically green means that they're completely compatible, good to go. Yellow means that like they are a little out of date but should be fine, and then red is just like, no, this doesn't work. You can't use this. Most of them were yellow, and I did not think that it would literally break everything, so turning them all off and just letting it try and process without any modules fixed it. So there's at least one module in there that is currently conflicting and causing it to break, and that's why, yeah. So now we're just down to the ones that are green and no, yes, these work just fine.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'm so sorry that took so long. That was like almost an hour of me just trying to figure out that.
But look
No,
at how
it's all
much you
set.
learned in that hour. Like, genuinely, it's all good.
I'll be honest, I don't know if I actually learned anything. I feel like that was very much a basic IT thing that I do every single day that I just didn't do for whatever reason within the first 10 minutes of not being able to do shit.
Listen, that's the whole point of session 0.
Right? Right?
Thank you, Doc. That is true. Okay, so back on track. Let's make mold.
All right, let's do it.
Let us.
Do you need me to share on Discord? Would that be easy for you?
I mean, let's talk it out first. Actually, let's kind of go step by step, because this way
Okay.
Doc gets an idea of like kind of how the character creation process goes, so that when he does it, he kind of knows what to look at.
Yeah.
Because I know you know how to make a character, and I trust that you built it right, because we're using like standard array and stuff anyway, so it's got, you know,
I haven't
hard to
gone
screw
too
up.
crazy or anything now. Yeah.
But let's do it step by step, just so we get it all on the table. It makes it a little bit more interesting on stream too, instead of just like throwing it all in there.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Cool.
Okay, so I have Mold pulled up here. I clicked on him via the actor.
Perfect.
I made sure that it is editable via the top left button here.
Excellent.
And I think the best place to start, as with anyone, is with their species. So let's figure out who we are.
Yes.
Okay, PHB 2024.
Yes.
Do you have to tell it you're having dark vision? Oh, that's just to narrow it down. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's just a
So you
filter.
have okay. Perfect. So I'm going to use the PHB 2024 version of a dwarf. And let's see. I am a size medium. I have Dwarven Resilience, which, it's just for poison damage now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get any bonus to my AC anymore? Oh, here we go. Dwarven Resilience, Dwarven Toughness, Stone Cunning! Right. And then I'll complete that.
Perfect. And it just updated, so I literally saw it update in real time on my end, so
Amazing.
very good.
Oh, I don't have a middle click to lock. Oh, no. Ah, well. So now let's go ahead and add our backgrounds. Now, I picked a criminal initially,
Mm-hmm.
and now I am given some ability score improvements to focus on. This is where I was talking to you about there, Panda.
Actually, before
Yes.
you add your background, because I don't think it's
Yes.
going to give you the opportunity to do, because we're not rolling and we're doing standard array, I don't think it's going to give you an opportunity to enter in your stats. So go ahead and enter those in first, because your background will change them.
Gotcha. Okay.
So on the top, you should see your strength, dex, con, int, wiz, and charisma. Put in your
Yeah.
base standard array first.
It's
whatever-
not letting me. Like, there is nothing clickable on it.
Really? You don't see a cogwheel?
No.
Go into
I've
the
got a cogwheel
top.
for detail. That's
Do you
it.
see in the top left of your actor page a little
Mhm.
wrench icon?
Yep.
Is it set to play or is it
There we
set
go.
to edit? There you go.
Sorry, that's on me. Okay, so we said we are going to put in our scores. Shit, what was the break? Oh my god, what the fuck? Doc, throw a dice!
I was just rolling dice.
Nice. What was the standard array? It's
15,
Fuck.
14, 13, 12, 10, 8.
That's right, 13, 14, 12, 10, and 8, right?
15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8.
Yes. Okay. Let me grab my sheet here
And then-
try to remember what the fuck.
Doc, just so you have an idea, the bigger numbers are going to be better. Your stats are strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Since you're going to be playing a druid, you would primarily want to focus on wisdom because that's going to be your spellcasting modifier. However,
Makes sense.
things like strength, dexterity, and constitution are also good for you because constitution is going to determine your health. Strength is going to be your ability to attack in melee combat, dexterity in ranged combat. Dexterity also is a good
Oh, you
one
have
for
your
like
combat.
increasing your armor class and making you harder to hit because it makes you more nimble.
What do you mean, what
So
the-
those are things to keep in mind as you figure out kind of your stat spread. So casting spells, wisdom, health, constitution, ranged attacks, and being more nimble and able to dodge out of the way, dexterity, being able to hit harder and hit more often in melee, strength.
Okay, makes sense.
And then intelligence and charisma are, also there, but they would probably, for a druid specifically, not be as important unless you want them to be more important. Intelligence is going to govern things like your knowledge. If I ever ask for a check on, like, I want to know if I can recall the history of a thing, or I want to know, like, the local legends, or I want to know, like, does this magic item have any specific properties? I might call for an intelligence check to see what you know. And so intelligence governs anything that you do or don't know. Charisma is your ability to talk to people, how people like generally have a disposition towards you of either neutral, but that might increase if you have a higher higher charisma.
Yeah, so it's just for my brain, it's like Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate is 5th edition D&D. So we are playing the latest version of the same system, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Where in the hell? I'm trying to remember what the hell I put in for my base. Old strap moose. Yeah, right. 10 across the board, right? Let's see. What did we say were gonna be my happy boy ones? They were gonna be my con. I believe we said con and strength were gonna be my focuses. Yes.
It does make sense for a paladin, yeah, if that's what you want to go with.
Yeah. 14.
Con for all the health, strength for all the smacky boy
For all the
vibes.
smites. Smites are what? Those are.
I mean, smites are like the way smite works is that you attack something and then you use one of your spell slots to empower your melee attack. So it would be strength to hit things, unless you're like going for a crazy build where it's like, oh, I'm actually a dex-based fighter paladin, where because you can do that, but it's just you know, then your smites would just be attached to a dex-based fighter build.
We're gonna do 8 for charisma, and that leaves.
And then Doc, so you're.
I'm gonna be wearing big ass armor, so I may need to compensate for that, but I can do that later. Let's get some good saves going because
15, 14, 13, 12,
15, 14,
10,
13,
perfect.
12, 10, and 8.
Good to go.
Sick.
Now, paladins do use charisma a lot as well, and I noticed that your charisma is 8.
That is true.
A lot of your abilities are going to be charisma based. Do you want to keep that as 8? You totally can, but that is up to you.
No. We'll do that, and we'll give ourselves. We'll do that.
Okay.
So first time paladin, don't mind me. I'm gonna mess this up, and it's gonna be great. All right. Hey Seth, what's going on, dude?
Sethos.
We're
doing all right.
D&D goodies.
Yeah, it's session 0 right now, so we're just making characters, chilling, chatting.
All right, now let's go ahead and add your background.
Yes.
Don't mind me. I've got my physical book out here, like, going through this whole process with you, even though I could just, like, throw it on the screen. This is, weirdly enough, much faster for me.
Right, no worries. I put it into con. Yeah, I'll put 2 into con to get that +2, and then I'll bump up intelligence, because why not? Allow you to increase your dex, con, and charisma scores. Dex, con, and charisma, but it won't let me level charisma.
From your background?
Yeah.
Because you chose criminal, right?
Yeah. It says dex, con, and charisma, but it's giving me the option of dex, con, and intelligence.
Yeah, criminal is dex, con, and intelligence. I don't. Where are you getting charisma? Does it say that in the thing?
Yeah, dex, con, and charisma. Like in the advancements itself. That's all right.
I see dex, con, and intelligence. You sure you're on? You're sure you're on criminal and not like charlatan?
No, I'm looking at criminal. And hold on. Let's, for the sake of it, background, criminal, BHP 2024. Yeah, dexterity, constitution, and charisma.
And you're not looking at charlatan.
No.
Okay. Well,
weird.
Criminal is dex, con, and intelligence, so you can add points into those 3. And it should, you said it, the advancement screen is showing dex, con, and intelligence for you, right?
Yeah. That's all right. I'll make it work. Let's see. Some more languages. We already speak Dwarven because we are a dwarf. Or no, that's not given anymore, is it? Let's speak Giant and Elvish, because if you're gonna hate the elves, you have to do it and understand them at the same time.
Hey, now we said none of that.
I know. Let's
call
see.
you out on your BS right out the gate.
I would never. Can confirm he can read. Right? Yeah, even Wolf's saying he sees it on his end. That's weird.
That is very weird, because like I pulled it up on mine and I could see where it showed Dexcon and Charisma for Charlatan. Yeah, that's super weird. I don't know.
so. You know, for someone who's not very dexterous, I am proficient in dexterous things. Maybe I should swap. No, because I got a 10 of dex. Let me swap the 13. I could swap intelligence and dex. Nah, we'll be all right. We'll keep it as it is. I'll work on my dex score at some point. Okay, so there's that.
Okay.
It's got. Oh, is dwarven not like innate anymore for dwarves? Like, do I have to physically pick that now?
Yes. As far as like, because the idea is that like you could be a dwarf that wasn't raised by dwarves. There's no reason for you to necessarily know dwarvish if you weren't raised by dwarves or raised in dwarven society. Yeah. So
I guess that kind of makes sense.
They definitely went in a direction of like, we don't want to force you to play a character that may have things that don't make sense. So you get to make your character as you see fit.
Okay. All right. Well, I get the logic on that. Whee! That's fine. I'll be a dwarf who doesn't speak dwarven, but I speak common, draconic, and giant. Let's see. So that set up that. That set up that. Configure movement speed. I don't think I need to configure it per se. I think that's all the basics there.
Yeah, you're gonna want to add in your class.
Yep.
I got a raid, so I'm gonna mute real quick and let you guys keep making the characters.
Sounds good.
Where's the classes?
On that third tab, you should see features, and you'll be able to add your class up at the top.
Oh, sweet. Beautiful. Paladin. All right, first step 1 of 8. We have saving throws that are proficient in Wisma and Charisma. I wonder, because I'm curious here. Do you have a link to the PHP, the current PHP that we're using?
Yes, you should actually be able to access it via the compendium on the right-hand side of the screen. You should see compendium packs, player's handbook in there, and then that should have like any of the topics and stuff in there for you.
Gotcha. Oh, wow. Okay. D&D legacy content, modern content. So I imagine we're going from the regular PHP.
Yeah, regular player's handbook should be the one that you're looking for. That's going to give you...
Oh, okay.
Current.
Cool. All right, cool. Oh my god, that's so hard to read. Wow. That's like black on red for reference.
Is it?
Oh yeah, dude.
Wow. Mine is not like that.
Oh no.
I do not have... Hold on. I kind of want to pull up your stream so I can see what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Do you see it? Like on the contents page?
Oh yeah. Why is that like that for you?
Yeah.
You might have like a user setting that you can change to make that a little bit cleaner. Cause yeah, if you pop on over to like my stream, like,
like it doesn't look anything like that.
It doesn't look anything like that.
Oh no. User interface. There we go. Browser default. There we go. That's way better. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. Yeah, because I like to have this stuff like up and open.
Cool. Okay, yeah, yours looks a lot more like mine now. Good.
Yeah. Oath of Devotion, Glory, Oath of the Ancients, and Oath of Vengeance. I'm not going to be an oath breaker, by the way. I have no plans of breaking that. I want to throw that back out there.
For sure.
All right. So what do we want to be good in?
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hi, Doc.
And
Hey, how do I unpause the game?
I actually have the world paused right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do we want to be proficient in? Something good. Athletics is probably a good one to have.
No plans doesn't mean you won't hit when Panda hits you with the hard choices. I mean, fair wolf. Also, just take a moment. Thank you, chat, for being very patient with me, especially while I was trying to figure out how the heck to even navigate Foundry. I was like completely locked in and ignoring everyone for a little bit there.
No, you're good. You're good. That's why we ended up on that whole
Yeah, yeah.
mimic like story, man. I'm gonna grab athletics. I'm gonna grab athletics and persuasion because persuasion is always good to have, and athletics is capitalizing on my really, really, really good stuff.
Just FYI for the folks in my channel, ads are going to start in about 30 seconds. Please keep that in mind.
Let's see. I am never good at remembering what the fuck these things are good for. Mace, quarterstaff, short post, sickle, sling, spear. We might do a battle axe. And then take something. Javelins are always good to have. Escape! What's up, man? But also you scrambles. Sure, Scrambles. Let's play finish after you. What happened?
Wow.
Simon says. I think I'll do battle axes and javelins.
Battle axes
Well,
and
no.
javelins. Nice.
Yeah. Well, I wanna have at least a one-handed weapon. Can you wield javelins one-handed?
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Make sure I have something in case I gotta whip out my shield and get that extra good shieldy stuff. Lay on hands. Always good to have. Ooh, right. I get spells now. That's right. Right. Okay. So let's. We need to do spells now. Okay. Inventory's good. Features are good. I'm not multi-classing anytime soon. Does alert still work the same? Immediately
Nope,
after
I
you
just got an
go
alert.
Oh.
So it popped up for me too.
Oh, alert is alert's not, you can't be surprised anymore?
You have proficiency on your initiative, and you can swap your initiative.
Bless you, though.
Because
No shit.
surprise isn't a thing anymore.
That's true. I mean, it kind of works the same, right? Because I'd be switching initiative with, like, the highest person, so I'm technically not surprised from, like, a standpoint. You
So,
know,
like,
from, like,
this-
a rolling standpoint.
Yeah, so like basically how it used to work, surprised was a condition that you would get. You no longer receive surprised as a condition anymore. Surprise, if you
Right.
are caught surprised in combat, you just get disadvantage on your initiative now. And so effectively what alert does, giving you advantage on initiative, you either always have advantage on initiative, or if you're caught surprised and have disadvantage, this would cancel it out, so you would just roll normally.
So you would just roll that, right. Zoo pals make eating fun. He didn't fuck it. He did great. He did great, Escape. Rebel's saying great. Okay, that makes sense, though. I'll take that. Spells. What spells do I want to prepare? I assume I have to go learn some spells, don't I? New spells? Oh, no, that's just to straight up make a spell. Gross. But also awesome. Okay.
I like how it just pops up your spellcasting stuff and the alert stuff every once in a while.
Yeah, like if one of us opens something up, it shows up for everyone. It's great.
Oh, does it? Oh, shit. Okay. How do I add a spell to my list of spells that I know?
Well, you're a paladin, so you have access to all of your spells.
Right. But how do I prep it? Because I don't have any to choose from.
Do you have access to spellcasting already?
I should. I should have like base stuff like Cure Wounds or something. Or would I not because we're level 1?
That's what I was thinking. I don't think you have access to spells until like level, like a later level.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yep, that's fine. I'll wait till then.
No, you get two. You get 2 prepared spells.
Right. Right. Like I should have at the very least. I should have. Don't I have No, I don't have cantrips.
Let's take a look at Paladin. Level 1 character. You get Lay on Hands, Spellcasting, and Weapon Mastery. You have 2 max prepared spells. Spell slots. Paladin feature establishes how many spell slots you have to cast with level 1+ spells. Gain all expended spell slots to finish a long rest. To start, choose 2 level 1 Paladin spells. So then let's look at your spells. Paladin spellcasting ability is +1. That 4th note down on your character sheet is the spells tab.
Yep, that's where I'm in.
If we go to the compendium and go to spells, first level.
Right, would that be the other way to do it, right? Like pull up the compendium?
And then I think you can like drag your spells in. So if you wanted like Searing Smite.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you would do.
Is that what you gotta do? I can't just like load in my Paladin spells?
Like because like you are a Paladin, so you're just like deciding which spells you have. So you have access to all of them.
Right.
But then you would just bring in the ones that you want. But like you have the compendium at all times, so you can just open it up and look at your spells.
Level 1 spellcasting, prepared slots. Refinish a spot, you can do that. Rules on spellcasting. Okay. How does it know what spells I can use? Like, yeah, like I can drag any spell onto my spell list. Like it's not stopping me.
Right, but you have the power to stop yourself by not being a dick.
Oh no, 100%, 110%.
Wow.
I just don't know. I don't know where the. I don't know where like. Because like, let's see, like how many cantrips do I get? Do we get any cantrips?
You're a paladin, and you go off the paladin spell list, right? So you can open up the paladin spell list and see everything that you have available to you, and then when you pick the ones that you want, you would just drag those onto your character sheet. You could, in theory, drag them all onto your character sheet, so you always have like quick access to them, and then just remember like I have these 2 because that's what I have like.
Right, but that's the thing. When I go to the compendium and I pull up spells, right? It doesn't narrow them down to what classes. It's just first level, second level all the way through 9th.
So are you looking for the paladin spell list? Is that what you're?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to go for.
Did that pop up for you?
Yeah, that just pulled it up for me.
How did you do that?
I went to so on your character sheet, when you like look at your spellcasting feature, you can click on spellcasting, and then there's a link to your paladin spell list, and then you just click on paladin spell list, and it'll bring up your spell list.
You said like where it says like paladin spellcasting, I would click that.
So you have on your third page there, you have features. You should see one that says spellcasting. So you would click spellcasting, and then on like that thing that pops up, like the note that pops up, you'll see paladin spell list, and it's a clickable link, and that brings up the paladin spell list page.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I know that's like a little tedious, probably. Like I said, that's why I had my actual book out, because like I know where it is in the book, but like once you get used to the Foundry stuff, it'll become a lot more smooth.
Yeah, that's my thing. I want to get used to the Foundry stuff. Okay, so right now I have Cure Wounds. I can prepare 2. Okay, so where's the other page that I have open?
Ooh, nice catch, Hybrid.
Features. Okay, so I can prep 2 spells for the day. So let's grab, I believe the 2 I was going to use, where was it? There we go. And then Divine Smite. Cure Wounds and Divine Smite.
Cure Wounds and Divine Smite. Very nice.
6.
Good spells.
Oh, hell yeah. Again, I'm trying to cover all bases here, you know? I wonder if there's a way...
I kind of love it because you're 2 very self-sufficient classes. Like, you can both tank and heal yourselves if you need to, so...
Yes.
Oh, Sly, thank you for the bits.
Okay, so I've got...
Holy cow.
Alright, I've got those prepared. I'm probably just gonna run those, to be honest with you. Okay. What else am I missing? I don't think I'm missing anything else.
Did you do like equipment and stuff? I think it has you do that as part of your background.
It was supposed to add a bunch of stuff to my inventory, like tools and the sort.
Doesn't look like it did that.
It did not. There's nothing in my inventory.
Okay. Let me see if I can just do that for you real quick. What equipment did you choose from your criminal background? You had a choice of either 2 daggers, thieves' tools, a crowbar, 2 pouches, and traveler's clothes with 16 gold pieces, or you could have just taken 50 gold pieces and bought your own stuff.
I'm sorry, one more time. Gina was showing me something. What happened?
Sure. When you chose your background, you had a choice of equipment to pick from. You could have either chosen the beginner's like gear, 2 daggers, thieves' tool, crowbar, 2 pouches, traveler's clothes, and 16 gold, or just 50 gold and bought your own stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely take the starting equipment.
The equipment? Okay.
Yeah. Is there a way that I can just add that there? Like, even like the paladin, right? Like, I can choose my starting equipment here. I can just drag it all to my inventory.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm literally doing that right now.
Okay, sick.
Two pouches.
I don't have sufficient permission to view the sheet for this actor, apparently.
Your pouches, by the way, are literally like pouches. Like, you can open them and put stuff in your pouches in your inventory if you want, just as an aside.
Javelins, holy symbol.
Now, this stuff that you're buying, that you're getting here, the longsword, the javelin, the chainmail, and the shield, is that coming from? What is that coming from?
That's coming from the starter equipment listed under the paladin from the choose a column.
Got it. That makes sense. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Gain the Paladin's stuff, which is listed in the Paladin's features. We got Lay on Hands. We got Spellcasting. We got Weapon Mastery.
Two of those. Okay. And then it looks like you have 6 javelins.
Stone Cunning. You gain Tremor Sense as a bonus action. You must be on a stone surface or touching a stone surface to use Tremor Sense. The stone can be natural or worse. Okay.
I already added that. Never mind.
I think I'm good.
I gave you a second pack and I didn't mean to. Now I don't know how to delete it.
Oh god, why do I have a pouch? I have so many pouches.
You have 2 pouches from your background. I accidentally gave you a second priest pack, which I didn't mean to do, but
oops.
I don't know how to delete the extra one.
It's a gift from the gods.
Right? Literally.
I'm gonna empty it.
Oh, just the whole inventory?
I'm just emptying it out.
Oh no.
Delete. 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 Not the whole inventory, the pack.
Ah, gotcha. No, the lamp. Give me the
I like
lamp.
the hybrid.
Weird that it's not letting me, doesn't give me like an option to just delete the pack from you, but
Right? Like, all the images on this, by the way, are broken. Like, I can't see the images for these.
really?
Yeah.
That's
all my
super
images are
weird.
broken. Yeah.
I don't
Okay,
know
let's
why.
go ahead and put on...
Like, I'm almost tempted to tell you to like hop out and hop back in and see if maybe that fixes some stuff for you, but
Yeah, right?
we could always just wait until the next session to see, or like maybe you and I get together in between. And
Yeah, figure something out.
how does it look for you, Doc? Like, do things look buggy at all to you?
I'm not really seeing anything, so
Okay.
initially it pulled up like the spellcasting list and I was just checking out druid spells, but that was about it.
Okay.
We talked about the
Anything that
fact
you try to open, it just says like you don't have permission to see this guy, and then
I'm level
it shows me nothing.
1. I'm level 1 and I have chainmail on, so I have an AC of 18 because I have my shield.
Yep. That looks right.
That's great.
+2 initiative. Okay.
Wait, yeah, let me take the javelins because I'm proficient with the javelins.
Let me just, I'm going to verify that you have successfully finished making your character by going
Right,
through the
yeah.
character creation stuff. Just to make
Right,
sure
yeah,
I
you
didn't
wanna
miss
do-
anything.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I can drop... Okay, so favorites, I can drop anything on. So I'm going to drop my spells on there because, fuck yeah.
Perfect. Choose a class.
Got my paladin
Got
stuff.
your level. You got your armor training.
Yeah.
You've determined your origin. Got your background
Yeah.
in species. Chose your languages. Got your ability scores.
I got a crowbar.
We're not really worrying about alignment. You can, if you want, on the next to last thing is your biography. If you want to do like your alignment, ideals, bonds, flaws, biography, anything like that, if you want to add that in, you are more than welcome to. That is your sheet to do with as you will.
I shall do the thing.
Those are your final additions, though, so that is done.
course.
You are good, which means now.
No, I'm chaotic good. Sir.
Fun stuff.
Thank you.
Now.
Thank you.
While you do that, I'm going to move on to Doc.
Please.
Doc, are you ready?
I suppose I am.
Yeah, let's go!
Excellent. Let us create a new actor for you. Do you have a name for your character?
Well, I just have a first name.
That's fine.
The name would be Kai. It would just be Kai.
K-A-I. You got it.
Okay, so how do I play Paladin?
Ownership.
Hi, Maya.
Hi, Maya! Like, just like, hi, Panda! Hi, Doc! Hi, Tyler.
Hi, Maya.
I'm using my government name out in public.
Government name.
Okay,
Cool. All right. So to begin, you now have, I've created the actor for you, which is your
Okay.
character. You can go on the right-hand side of the screen. You should see actors on the fourth column down, or fourth row down. And you should see Kai pop up in the list of actors there.
I see. Oh, yeah.
So this is your character sheet. Eventually, we can get like artwork and stuff to give you like a picture for your character and stuff like that we can add in. So that will show up as your token on the game board and stuff. But for now, we're just going to worry about your stats and actual character creation. So on the left-hand side, at the very top corner of your character sheet, you should see like a little edit button.
Yes. Okay, I clicked it.
So now you have access to edit all of the stuff on your sheet. You don't have to worry about editing too much, like in depth. Like you can edit literally anything, but you don't have to, because the level up process and everything will do a lot of that for you. It'll ask you questions and prompt you to like select things, and then it'll just do that. We do have a couple things to do initially, which is your base stats, and then we'll eventually need to like add in stuff for like spells and gear like we did for Moose.
Okay.
So for your first thing, we'll go through your stats. We talked a little bit about it. So you start with the standard array, which is going to be a stat of 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8, which you can place in any of the 6 abilities at your choice.
Okay. So that would be the strength, dex, con, int, wisdom, and charisma?
Yep.
Okay.
And then if you want an explanation or have any questions on what those mean, I'm more than happy to go over it with you.
Okay. So we definitely want wisdom to be the highest, right?
That would probably be good for a druid, yeah, because especially if you're going to focus on like spellcasting and stuff, that wisdom score is going to be your main stat.
Yeah, I like that. So do I just go into it and literally change the value to 16 if I want that to be the highest thing so far?
Exactly. Well, 15, because 15 is going to be your highest.
Oh, 15.
25?
Should
I be doing anything with proficiency level?
At this point, no. When you select your class and when you select like your backgrounds and stuff, it'll prompt you what you want to take and what you want to do, and it'll add that in for you.
Okay. Now, wisdom now just says +2. Is that appropriate?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's supposed to do?
Yeah, so the way it's calculated is your base stat is 10, and then anything every 2 points above 10 gives you a +1 modifier, right? So at 12 you have +1, at 14 you have +2, and at 16 you would go up to +3. So right now you're at 15, which is in between 14 and 16, so you're still at +2.
Okay, makes sense.
Ooh, nice. The science guy. Ooh, 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 ooh.
All right, you're gonna have to remind me
Exactly, Maya.
again. What was the numbers?
15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8. And that 8
15, 14.
is the flip side, where like anything that goes below 10 starts to give you negative modifiers. So at 9 you have -1, at 7 you have -2, at 5 you have -3.
Okay.
for that. That's the always going to sit in here because we take it out when we get back from the market so that we have it.
Oh, 15, 14,
Okay.
13, 12, 10, 8. Looks good. Just gonna give it a once over. Yeah. Decided intelligence gonna be your 8.
Yeah. Chaz, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Welcome in, Chaz, and welcome in, Raiders. How you doing tonight? How was Hollow Knight?
Never finished.
Okay. For those coming in with the raid, we are currently on session 0 of a Dungeons and Dragons session. So I'm currently making my character heavily aided by the amazing game panaplays and Moooseking.
Don't mind me, I'm being quiet as fuck over here. I'm talking to people. They're helping me choose a class. Well, helping me choose my future, oath.
I appreciate you, Moose. All right.
I know what Legend's gonna pick. Legend's gonna want me to be a living legend at level 20 for an Oath of Glory. What an ass.
So for your next thing, we're going to go ahead and go into add species. This is where you're going to choose your base race, basically, or species. So have you had a chance to look at any of them at all, or do you have questions on any of them? Did you want to go through all of them?
There will be a lot to go through all of them. I think I'd be good just being a Dragonborn.
Okay.
Since that's what I was in Baldur's Gate, I'd at least be somewhat familiar with what it can do.
Okay, yeah, that totally works. So in that case, go into species. We are playing with the Player's Handbook 2024 rules, so you can either just directly select the one that says PHB 2024 next to it under source, or if you want to filter down, you can filter just the Player's Handbook stuff on the source menu.
Okay, so the PHB 2024 is what we should click, right?
Yes.
All right.
And then,
Sounds
so
good.
you would just check the box and then hit
We're
select
not
at the
going to do
bottom.
an Oath of Vengeance. We're not doing Oath of Vengeance.
Okie
I'm not
dokie.
going out killing people. I'm not going to be a fucking murder hobo. No, fuck off.
So that's step 1 of 4.
Oath of the Ancients. Let's see.
Select one more damage
Ooh.
resistance.
Yeah. So because you're Dragonborn, it's probably asking you like what subspecies of Dragonborn, like which color of dragon are you from?
I guess I'll be red, so it'd be fire resistance, right?
That's right.
Okay. Draconic Ancestry is breath weapon.
Radiance.
I'm assuming that means I breathe fire every once in a while.
Yeah, you actually have that as an ability, so you'll be able to either in a 15-foot cone or a 30-foot line that is 5 feet wide shoot a gout of flame essentially and be able to do damage and stuff. You can do it in combat, outside of combat, you know.
We could cook some chickens.
You can.
Steve's lava chicken, yeah, it's burning as hell.
All right, and then it just says breath weapon none 1d10.
Oath of Devotion.
Hold on.
Or none 2 1d10, I guess. I'm not entirely sure.
I'm gonna kind of go through this with you just to make sure I'm seeing the same things you are. Breath weapon. Oh yeah, no, I think that's just telling you the advancement. It's like telling you that you went from no breath weapon to a breath weapon that has 1d10 in it.
Gotcha. Okay. So that should be good then.
Cool. And then fire resistance, perfect. And then I'm just gonna peep into your
Sacred Weapon.
one use. Perfect, yeah, breath weapon. There you go. Dragonborn, instantaneous.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cone or
good.
line. Excellent. Yay. Looks good. Then you will choose a background. So your background, this is going to be reflective of like how you grew up, how your history has impacted you in a significant way. So what you were doing, right? Were you a farmer? Were you a criminal? Were you a wanderer? Things like that. Have you had a chance to look at the backgrounds at all? Do you want to go over any of them?
I have not had a chance to look at them.
Okay. Do you have an idea of, from like a roleplay perspective, what your character has been doing up to this point? Maybe I can help you pick one.
Living alone, so maybe hermit.
Yeah, hermit would be a good one for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing wrong with a hermit. Charm.
Ooh, I could be a sailor. Maybe I was out on the high seas.
Mhm.
If it helps, sailor is part of my background. Like, I am a criminal, but it's more of a pirate concept
Oh,
than
okay.
it is sailor. So if you want to go that route, that could play very well into each other if you want. But only if
You
you
guys
want.
could
We'll make
have-
this work one way or another.
Been sailing together, maybe.
Maybe. Form of
Ooh.
sailmates. Form of friends. Who knows? Maybe maybe I storm into your house and be like, we're going. Sure, and that's the start, you know?
Maybe one of you was a pirate and the other one was like the Commodore.
Right?
And so
We
you
can go
were
Pirates of the Caribbean.
rivals.
Yeah, right?
Rivals
Old
turned
rivals,
friends.
Back at it again. Seize, my lad. No, wait, I want to stay inside.
I think for now I'll go with hermit.
Sounds
Love
good.
Love it. My first hermit was actually my half-orc, and his hermit quality was a Master Roshi-sized shell on the back of his back that he used to hide in plain sight because he was a ranger.
Oh, fancy.
He died because of
Your
the thing.
your background allows you to increase your Constitution, Wisdom, and Charisma scores. Increase one of them by 2 and a different one by 1, or increase all 3 by 1. None of these increases can raise a score above 20.
Which you don't have to worry about because standard array doesn't allow you to get that high anyways.
Glory.
Okay.
Fearless athlete. An inspiring smite.
What did you say was the limit for more pluses on Wisdom?
Once you hit 16, any even number basically, so 12, 14,
Okay,
16,
16.
18, yeah. Now, mind you, something that a lot of players will do as they're building their character, and you don't have to think this advanced if you don't want to, but they'll land on an odd number because that way when they level up in the future, they might get like a feat or just take a ability score increase on their level that gives them that feat. And they'll just increase then, so it kind of gives you something to look forward to on your next big level gain to get that additional +1. It's up to you. You could just take the...
Gotcha.
It's like if you wanted to put +2 into wisdom and end up at 17, for example.
Yeah. I've already got a plus. I've already got 13 for strength. Wisdom +1 in wisdom gets me to 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and your modifiers do change every 2 above 10. That's something to keep in mind.
It's like that Cam and young Sheldon is teaching Sheldon how to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, what are the odds on that, buddy? I love that. Cool, man. That's pretty cool. I love that.
I'll just boost all of them by 1 for now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're playing tonight, buddy. That's why I was saying it was funny. It's a good crossover.
That way I have some options later on if I need to.
There you go. Yeah, that's perfect. And this is very much a collaborative experience. This isn't like a video game where like, oh, I made the wrong choice way back when and now everything's awful. Like, this is very much like,
Right.
oh, like we can fix things, we can change things up, we can figure it out, we can play to your guys' strengths and things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So I speak Common. I get 2 more languages, so I'll speak Draconic.
Draconic!
And wait, what do you speak, Moose? I should probably speak what you speak so that we can understand each other.
That's okay. So we both speak Common, which is your base language. And then I speak
Okay.
Draconic and Giant.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to pick up 2 separate languages than that, then we have at least 4 languages in our arsenal to look forward to. Or if you want to play to the role-playing side and your guy's just a recluse and he likes his, dwarven telenovelas, and that's all he speaks, like, hell yeah.
There is something that tickles me about Doc knowing Dwarven and Moose not knowing Dwarven being the dwarf.
Right, and me knowing Draconic, right? Like,
I think
Oh my
I'll go with Draconic and Goblin.
Nice.
I feel
Beautiful.
like if I was living out in the wilds, I might know some Goblin.
That
right?
makes sense.
They occasionally show up at your doorstep like raccoons. She's like, no, I will not give you a cup of sugar. I don't have any left. I haven't gone to town in 3 days.
And just as an aside, things like that, little decisions like that, is really one of the reasons why I love making custom worlds so much, because that can help inform the world that you guys live in, right?
Yes.
Dr. Purrington, his character's a hermit, lived out in the wilds, knows goblin. Well, that means there's probably goblins around. So your world now has goblins, definitely has goblins in it, but probably has them in a fairly prevalent and maybe not even completely antagonistic existence.
Right. What if they're just like the Uber drivers of this world? You know what I mean?
Maybe.
The delivery boys. They, they carry your pizza and they expect, a 5 gold tip for some fucking reason. Entitled assholes.
Yeah.
I ordered that pizza.
They're like
20 minutes
Ferengi
ago.
in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Okay. So my background proficiencies are herbalism, medicine, and religion. That's interesting.
Nice.
My background feat is healer. Which makes sense.
Ooh, Shield of Faith.
All right, so I'm gonna click complete.
Perfect.
Oh,
And then-
Shield of Faith has a time limit now? Oh.
I mean, isn't it like 10 minutes? Or like a full minute?
yeah.
You
But
know
like-
how long 10 minutes is?
Yeah, but now my AC will only go up to 20. Like, what am I going to do with that? I'm level 1.
It'll go up to 20 for like 1,000 rounds of combat.
1,000 rounds. I'm debating on Oath of Devotion or Oath of Glory. Oh, but Oath of... Oh, man, but Oath of Ancients gets Misty Step. I love Misty Step.
I do love me some Oath of Ancients Paladins. But anyways, Doc, you also have some additional choices to make with your hermit background.
Oh,
you can choose equipment that you get. You either get the choice of the just basic package, which comes with a quarterstaff, an herbalism kit, which you do have proficiency in, bedroll, a book, like a philosophy book, which is more just for roleplay purposes, a lamp, 3 flasks of oil for your lamp, traveler's clothes, and 16 gold pieces. Or you can just take the equivalent amount of money, which is 50 gold pieces, in which case you can buy whatever you want from the store. Sort of like an option.
I think I'll take the
customize
basic
it.
package. That seems like the best way to start off.
In that case, I'm going to go ahead and just throw these into your inventory for you. And meanwhile, if you go on that third page, the features page, you can go ahead and add your class, and you'll add in Druid.
I don't know how to do that.
So on the right side of your character sheet, you should see like little tabs sticking out. The top one is your details.
Yeah, I see
what
it.
was that?
Yeah. The third one down should be your features, and you can add class there.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
Add class. And the class
all
was
your
Hermit,
classes?
you said? Or is that Druid?
Druid. Unless you want to choose a different
you're
class.
liking
You
them
don't
all.
have to lock in Druid now, but based on kind of what you were saying, it sounds like Druid would be the ideal
Yeah,
one
Druid
for you.
definitely.
How about do your
So
Duolingo?
PHB 2024 Druid.
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to, it's your reading. Then
Oh,
Read tomorrow,
Moose,
then.
real quick. Did you
Yeah.
buy anything?
no, I haven't bought anything yet. I'm still I still can't decide between Devotion and Glory.
Did you add in your gold from your 2 classes? Because I don't think I did.
Oh,
Your
fuck!
class
I don't
and
think
your
I did.
Okay.
Oh God, no, I did
That's
not.
okay. I can look that up real quick. I just wanted to make sure
Yeah,
because
no,
I just
you're good.
realized I needed to add in gold for Doc too.
Okay.
Glory
I have to
or
choose
Devotion?
2 from a bunch of different things. Animal handling, arcana, insight, medicine, nature, perception, religious, or survival.
I will say, Doc, in the land of D&D, and this is nothing against Panda, this is just something I've experienced consistently as a player, things like perception are something you will roll a lot of. Things like insight, persuasion, those for me, at least in my experience, have had more consistent rolls just because there are things that happen more consistently. Depending on how Panda plays, what's the word I'm looking for? Passive perception may very well be a thing, which is literally just your character's ability to notice the shit that's going on around them. So being able to be aware of your surroundings is very important in this game. And being able to call out somebody on their bullshit with a roll, because if you can't roll for it and the roll doesn't work, it ain't gonna happen, kind of thing. You know what I mean? You may know he's lying, but if you roll low on insight, your character don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He doesn't pick up on it.
Gotcha. Ooh.
But
and Blossom, nice job finding a bourbon.
Exactly, Wolf. You don't need perception if someone else does the perception for you. That's why my wisdom is an 8. I can't see shit.
Well, if my wisdom's really high, then maybe I should just go with perception so that I have lots of perception.
Yes, I would definitely say if you have something that has like already numbers in it, it's not a bad thing to focus numbers. Like 2, maybe 3 stats max kind of thing will really help late game kind of stuff, but it'll also kind of give you a nice little boost in the beginning. Like I played with a lot of friends who were min-maxers, which is crazy to see.
I kind of like the idea of animal handling too.
Animal handling's fun. It's super fucking fun, and you can play that into your character or use it to get a horse or something like that. Like
I'm not very people handling. I'm more animal handling.
You handle the goblins. You tip well. In my group, I'm
Druidic. The secret language of the druids.
Yes. The last character was a hermit, a Huan Ti in exile. Though his discovery was finding a lost shrine or relic to the Emanator before he was brought back in 5e. That tied his divine power to him, which led him to believe if he was an avatar, the avatar of the sun. I love background stories like that. I love hearing people's D&D stories, man, genuinely. People get so into it, and they love their characters, and it's so great. And I have been there when that joy has been stripped from people. It's so, it's so much. Like, having a character die and be dead is so hard. I've lost 2 characters, so, it sucks.
That does sound kind of sad.
But playing a character all the way through, so good. So good. Your character evolves and changes, and, if you, I played a campaign that lasted, 2 years one time. You know what I mean? You grow with your characters in a lot of ways, and it's really, it's really cathartic, I will say, in a lot of ways.
It's definitely unlike video game characters. Even when you get to create your own character in a video game, this definitely has a certain attachment to it that you really start to experience the ebbs and flows of how your character reacts to things. And there's a lot of players that have really impactful moments with their character. So
I had a buddy once who had to take 2 weeks off from our session when his character died.
Yeah.
And he mourns that character to this day because he puts his blood and soul in his characters. That's Cat. That was the day that you met him, my love. Yeah, the day his character died. Yeah, good times. Great way to meet people.
The day
the
character died.
He didn't just die. He got knocked unconscious, and then an orb of swallow everything ate him. You know which orb I'm talking about.
Yep.
It said, and he was in the kitchen. Yeah, he took his glasses off and just slowly set him down, and that was it. We had to take a break for a little bit. Yeah, he cried for an hour that day. It was great.
Ash says they lost a character to the deck of many things.
Oh, that's right, Doc. You don't know about the deck. Oh,
I do not know about the deck of many things.
Oh, it is exactly what it sounds like.
I'm tempted to leave that as a rumor thing and just not tell them.
Yeah, no, by all means, I will not spoil a damn thing. It is so fun. There's a lot of things like that in this game, Doc. Discovery is your best friend in this game. When we used to do D&D on Sour Kool-Aid Show, there was a lot of roll for the adventures, and again, depending on the DM, depends on how things go and how rolls go, but a nat 20 for DP was you find something special kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Some roll on a table, some honor it in different fashions and reward inspiration. There's a lot of ways DMs interact with nat 20s and nat 1s. again, more fun shit to look forward to.
Yeah,
Wolf
makes
said
sense.
Gina's a jinx.
How you doing, Doc? Were you able to add your class okay, or?
Yeah, sorry, I was just reading all the stuff as I'm going through it.
Sure.
Class features.
Oh, Cat, I love that.
Oh, I have Speak with Animals just naturally.
Ooh, Speak
Nice.
with Animals is great. You can force Panda to be every bird on the top of that house.
You can. And I'd be happy to do it. I love Speak with Animals. It's one of my favorite spells.
It says Primal Order. You have dedicated yourself to one of the following sacred roles of your choice. One is Magician and one is Warden.
I think we're gonna do Oath of Glory.
Is there big differences between the two, or is it more of a role-playing thing?
Let me double check, because I don't remember. I've never played a druid before, so let me just pull up my handy
I think we're
dandy.
gonna do Oath of Glory. I think that's what I'm feeling.
Okay.
Oh, this is so fucked.
Mechanically,
Inspiring light, let's
for
go.
Magician, you know an extra cantrip from your spell list. In addition, you have a mystical connection to nature, which gives you a bonus to your intelligence checks, either Arcana or Nature.
Ooh.
And the bonus is always going to equal whatever your Wisdom modifier is. So your Wisdom being your highest stat right now is going to give you a significant bonus on those checks. Or if you choose Warden, you are trained for battle, so you gain proficiency with martial weapons and training with medium armor, which could help you if you plan on being in like close physical combat with people. So a little bit of role play, but also there are some mechanical benefits.
Yes.
Okay. I kind of like what you said about Magician, because intelligence is my lowest stat, but then if my Wisdom boosts my intelligence, then it just kind of evens itself out a bit.
Yeah.
Because a lot of spells have different modifiers. Like for instance, some of my spells shoot off my charisma as opposed to intelligence or wisdom.
Now, in your case, most of your spells are going to be based off of your Wisdom, and then your stats. That particular feature mostly impacts your skill checks, intelligence-based skill checks. So you're going to be very well-rounded. That very much does work in your favor. But just to clarify, that doesn't actually improve your intelligence score, just rather the modifier you would use when making skill checks based on intelligence.
Right. That's fine by me.
Cool.
Okay. I get 2 cantrips, 4 spells. Alright, I hit complete.
Beautiful.
And you have your spells picked out?
No.
Okay.
Now, do you need help getting to the druid spell list? I know that was a little confusing for Moose.
Yeah, it was a little.
Well, I see spells. Yeah, I have no idea. I click
Sure.
on spells, it just says like search spells, but I don't know what I'm looking
So
for.
if you go back, if you're on your features page, the same page where you made your character class,
Okay.
you should see under druid features one that's called spellcasting.
Okay.
If you hover over that, and if you click on it with your middle mouse button to like lock it in place, you should see it basically lists out the entire like dictation of what that spellcasting feature is. There should be a clickable link to something called Druid Spell List, and that'll bring you to your spell list page.
Okay. All right, so I have the Druid spell list available.
Perfect. So now you can just drag whichever spells from there into your spell list on your character sheet.
It kind of covers up my character sheet.
You can move the windows around on your screen.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Still kind of covers things up.
You can also resize them. Bottom right corner, you should be able to like click and drag to resize windows.
Look at that. So how do I see my like? Where's the spell list that I'm dragging things into?
That would be your 4th page on your character sheet, the spells page. You should already see the 1st level Speak with Animals spell because you get that as a druid innately. And then you would just add in the other ones that you want to add in.
Okay, so I get 2 cantrips and then 4 1st level spells. Is that what it is?
Let me just double check.
Sure. Because it said 2 cantrips and then 4 prepared spells.
At 1st level, 2 cantrips known and 4 max prepared spells. And then you can cast... Oh, it doesn't say how many you can cast per day. Oh, there it is, 2. You can cast 2 1st level spells per day. And then cantrips you can cast as much as you want. You chose the magician thing, right?
Yes.
So that would also give you an additional cantrip. So you actually can choose 3 cantrips at 1st level.
Oh. Okay. And I would just drag those into that spell section?
Yep.
Do they have a section for like the ideals and bonds and flaws again? 'Cause I can't seem to find it.
Yes, that's going to be under your biography. Should be the next to last tab on your character sheet.
No, I mean like in the compendium, in the player's.
Oh, actually, no, because in 2024 they removed all of that.
What?
So that's just for your own personal flavor.
Oh.
I know. No more
Yeah.
tables.
Right, I liked having those little foundational tables.
If you want the like legacy content, you can look at the 2014 books and you can look at the
if
tables.
you're all right with that.
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet.
One of them is called Spare the Dying. Choose a creature within range that has 0 hit points and isn't dead. This creature becomes...
Not dead.
Yep. It's actually a pretty good spell.
It is, yeah, it's actually great, yeah. Inspiration. Lights.
See, you chose Druidcraft. That's one of my favorites. I love that.
Hey, Druidcraft.
I could tell you what the weather's going to be for 24 hours.
Hell yeah, you can.
I like it.
There we go. Personality traits. Because like this gives me a base for a character, and it's like I love that. Give me some type of constraint that I can mold myself around, you know? All right.
And then I made an assumption, Doc, and you can feel free to tell me to change it for you, but I went ahead and added in the standard druid kit to your inventory as well.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
They do seem to have standardized it a bit where you guys don't start with different amounts of money anymore. You guys just have 25 gold each if you take the standard kits.
Backgrounds. Let's see, it's just characters. God, it has been so long since I have like made a character. This is crazy.
Okay. So I've got my 3 cantrips. And then I choose 4 basic spells of the 1st level.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Why is Acolyte with the only background?
So that is because 2014, you only have access to the SRD content. So, like I own the physical copies of the books, but I don't own the digital copies within Foundry.
Ah, okay. That's fine. I'll go grab my book.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Come with me into my closet where I can't hear anyone.
So I already have Speak with Animals, right? So I
Yes.
don't need to get. I don't need to add that.
Correct.
To meet Mom.
It was not in my closet. It is actually out here.
Gotta love having the physical
PhD.
versions. Oh, I have so many actual books.
My
Like,
player's handbook.
so good.
Chicken banana. Chicken
I
banana.
got all the
Banana. Ah, ah.
alternate
Banana.
art covers for the 2024 editions.
I'm dropping stuff.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I already have Speak with Animals. That counts as one of my spells?
No. So you have Speak with Animals innately, and then you get
Okay.
an additional 4 spells on top of that.
Okay, so picking 4, gotcha.
Yes.
Where the hell is my PHP?
And then a note for both of you. You both prepare your spells daily. So if you can prepare the same spells and you don't have to like change it on your character sheet or anything that you want. But if there's ever a point where you're like, I want to change what my prepared spells are, you can do that at any long rest.
10-4. I appreciate that.
I noticed jump is one of the spells. Can we not jump normally?
You
yes,
can-
but it's like an enhancement. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it
so
gives you...
this is just a better jump.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay,
Like, think Samurai Jack. You jump good.
gotcha.
Okay, took a little fishing, but I did get it. Chicken banana. Chicken banana. Chicken banana. 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 Huh? Mhm. Okay. Aye, all right. I have returned. Dracone, what's going on, my dude? Yeah, no, Druid shenanigans for Doc. He's nothing like being a half caster as your first character, you know? Okay. I
Are
found my
druids
PHP.
considered half-casters?
Yeah, I would call them half casters, wouldn't you?
I mean, I can find out.
Yeah. Hey, Dante! Found Dante's old character. His level 1 character we called Rage Bowl. He was a mountain dwarf barbarian of first level.
Huh.
Found your character sheet for Rage Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah. If you ever want to play again, buddy, let me know. No, I just pulled out my PHP.
Oh, yeah.
I did not have to go back into the files. None of the files. Goodbye. Yeah, they don't level wizards. They don't level
Okay,
like wizards.
I think
to
I'm
spell
good.
rank. Yeah. All right, Julian. Have a good night, dude. Get some rest.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Julian. And Draco, thanks for being here as well.
Is there, Panda, and I ask this purely out of curiosity, does the PHP, there is a 2024 physical edition, yes?
Yeah, 2024 has physical editions of the 3 core rulebooks right now. I got the alternate
God.
art covers for all 3.
Oh, I'll turn. What?
Yeah, they're nice. I can show them up on screen if you want.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Also, Druid is a full caster. They get up to 9th level spells.
Is it a full caster? Nice. Okay.
Okay, I'm all set with the spells.
So, do you have my stream open, Moose?
I'm going to open it right. Ironically, I went to go open it, and then I was also going on Amazon at the same time. Okay, stream is
Also,
open.
Draco,
Go.
yes, we're doing Druid shenanigans.
So this is the player's handbook.
What? Dude, that's so sick!
Yeah, the alternate art covers are so good. Then we have
Wow.
the monster manual.
Have you ever heard of Plato?
Yo, let's
Aristotle,
go! A mind
Socrates?
flayer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and thank you for the resub, Moose. 16 months. Heck yeah.
Hell the fuck yeah, sir.
And then the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Amazing. And the DM's guide? Dude, I love that.
Right?
Wow. That's fucking amazing. Let's go.
Yeah. God, these are so good.
Oh, excuse me. Jesus.
What's the next step after the spells? Or is that it?
I think you might actually be good. I went ahead and already added in your equipment.
My chair dropped another $30. And there's a $20 coupon on it too.
Let's see. You are probably going to want to view your equipment and just kind of go over and look at it. You're going to have the ability to like actually choose to equip things, and that will impact like your AC and stuff like that. So like right now you have leather armor, you have a shield. You do have 2 melee weapons. You have a quarterstaff, which is a 2-handed weapon, and you have a sickle, which is a 1-handed weapon. So if you wanted to do sickle and shield, you could. But keep in mind certain spells, like any spells that you have that require somatic components, do require to have a hand free.
Panda, what is it called? It's not D&D 5e anymore, right? It's 5.5 or something?
Very technically, it is 5th edition 2024, but most people call it 5.5e. Wizards of the Coast was like trying to make people not say 5.5e because 3.5e exists, and they were like, we don't want it to be like 3.5e. It's not brand new. It's reverse compatible. And then they made a system that is not, in fact, reverse compatible. And everyone is just like, yeah, this is 5.5e. Don't.
Amazing. Dungeons and Dragons.
But if you're like Googling and stuff, you can typically find 5.5e, but if you want to get technical and make sure you find it, it's 5th edition 2024.
5th edition 2024. Okay. And the normal cover has a picture of what? Just a giant gold dragon against a party? I can assume.
Maybe? The alternate art?
Yeah. It's just one of the arts. I don't know which one it is.
The alternate art has the gold dragon with the party. The regular one... Yeah, I don't remember what the regular one has. Plebs looking at the regular cover.
That's something I can do. Okay, how do I equip things? Like I'm looking at the quarterstaff.
If you're on the quarterstaff, on the right side of the screen, you'll see like a little shield icon next to charges, and
as
that's...
long as you're not in edit mode. If you're in edit mode, you'll have to, you won't have that on.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I have to leave edit mode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so now the thing that I have is equipped.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then you might want to equip like your leather armor as well.
Okay.
God, has it really been 10 years since 5e came out? Holy shit.
Okay. So now I've got my quarterstaff and my leather armor.
I'm going to add my player's handbook to my cart, and at some point in my life, I will purchase that. Because I like having the book like physically in front of me and open. It is so nice to flip pages.
Sure. Cool, and that's it. You have level 1 characters. Additionally, if you'd like to add in stuff for like your biography, like backstory, any ideals, bonds, flaws, things like that that you would like your character to follow, you're more than welcome to add that to your biography page, which is your next to last tab on your character sheet. They're not required, though they do help define not only your character, but help me to shape the world around your characters to make sure that I'm giving you an experience that's like cohesive with what you've written. As you know, as much as I'm good at improvising and role-playing and creating stories from nothing, it is always nice, like it helps like tie your character into the world if I can throw stuff in that is attached to your character.
Race,
Yeah,
class,
makes sense.
personality, backgrounds. 121.
Is
I
that
have
the
to take out
biography section?
Yeah. And then you'll
Okay.
see like ideals, bonds, flaws. You'll probably need to go back into edit mode to actually add stuff, but
Oh, yeah, I see it. Now I can type things in there with the edit mode.
yeah.
Here we go. Okay.
Framework
Criminal.
makes the dream work. There you go, Draco.
Hell yes. All right, let's start with criminal specialities here. Okay, criminal specialities. We suggest characteristics. Personality trait. 1d8. All right, where is my dice to roll? Can I roll anything right now?
If you go into the chat, like the in-game Foundry chat, you can do /roll and then like do your standard dice, like d20, 2d6, whatever you want, and you can roll dice.
Okay, that's a 7. I love this. My personality trait is the best way to get me to do something is to tell me I can't do it.
Nice. Moose, you're also welcome to, if you want, you can change the way your dice look. I don't know if you've had a chance to do that.
I saw there was a way to do it. Yeah.
If you want. You don't have to.
No, you're good. You're good. I might. Who knows? Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Not a good way to start though.
My DM dice.
Okay, ideals. I'm gonna roll a 1d6. 3. Charity. I steal from the wealthy so that I can help people in need. Fuck yeah, that's perfect. Robin Hood type. It works for a paladin too.
Are you looking at like a? Are you looking at something to do those, Moose? Or
So what I have is I have the old PHP from 2014, and they used to have a little table with like 1 through 6 or 1 through 8, like different personality types, bonds, and flaws, and you could roll for that and just have like a little basis to work on, rather than like thinking of every aspect of your character. They just kind of help me ground things, you know.
okay, makes sense.
Bonds. It's a D6. Oh, Panda, for reference, there is no music playing.
No?
Yeah, I just realized that. Like, it has been quiet for a hot minute, in retrospect.
See, I think maybe you need to refresh your browser. Because I'm wondering if that's... I wonder if that's what's attributing to, like, the buggy screens, the no music.
Maybe.
Like, I wonder if you need to log out and log back in. I think I can give the world a refresh, though. Hold on, let me see if I can... Let me see if that's a thing I can do.
Yeah, I'm just looking now and I don't see any music either.
Interesting. Let's see.
Roll a D6.
But the last time
oh,
I
yeah.
got refreshed, it
3.
It did.
Ooh.
start the music back up.
Something important was taken from me.
Did that kick you out and bring you back in? Like, did it
No.
screen didn't flash or anything?
I aim to steal it back. And I know exactly what the fuck that's gonna be, too. Let's go. Oh, I know exactly what that's gonna be. I'm so excited. Alright, what's my flaw? Let's find out.
Okay, do you hear
Roll.
music right now?
Yes.
Yes? Doc?
Well, I heard it for a second, and then it died.
Oh, then it died.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. What was my roll? Damn it.
I don't hear anything, and I don't see anything popping up on
5.
OBS.
Interesting. Okay. So in the future, we're not going to have to worry about this. This was the music that I have playing right now was mostly just tied to the scene itself and was just a session 0 thing. In the future, I'm going to have like a Discord app that will handle music for us because I want to use what's it called, Pocket Bard, to create all of the ambient effects and like music effects and stuff like that, and that will be handled through Discord. So it'll come through on your streams the same way like our voices do, and you'll be able to hear everything that I send to you guys. So in the future, music won't be an issue. For tonight, I apologize. I thought this would work. I did not realize it was going to be this much of an issue.
Okay.
Oh, you're fine. You're
All
fine.
good. Yeah. No worries across the board.
Hey, JJ, welcome in.
Yay! Okay, so my flaw is I turn tail and run when things look bad. That is my flaw. Which I can work that into the backstory very easily.
Dracon, it's not that it's not backwards compatible, it's just that their attempts to make it backwards compatible just kind of fall flat. You can play it with anything from 5th edition, but it's exactly the way that 3rd edition was backwards compatible with 3.5. It's, you have rules on how you would do it, and they just kind of don't work like you would hope they would, so you still kind of have to do a little homebrewing. If you're fine with that, awesome, go for it. For the most part, though, I just say, nah, let's just do 2024 and move on.
Right, just make your life a little bit easier, right?
Yeah. And that's, yeah, I highly doubt they're going to actually change any of that.
Yeah. It can be hard sometimes to make decisions about a character at times. You know, the idea of I can be anything is a bit overwhelming. It is. And having these little like points to like ground different elements of my character really helped me. Okay, perfect. I can close this book up for now.
And then, yeah, in the future, if the like modules and stuff that I had installed update and start working again, I'll be able to make like really cool clickable things. Like even this dashboard is gonna have like where I have like scheduling, setting, lines and veils, framework, character gen, and all that. Like right. I'll be able to make like clickable boxes where you can literally like I can link to different things. Like so our lines and veils, you can click it and be able to see the actual thing that I filled out for us. And
right.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I will work on getting the 2024 PHB as soon as I am able to.
Also, hello, pizza.
Pizza.
And then just for the record, I know, Moose, you like having the physical copies, but you don't have to purchase them. Like, you have access to anything in the 2024 content in the compendiums here in Foundry. I made sure that you guys have access to it.
Absolutely. My favorite thing, and I even just took them out now, I take little sticky notes and I tab off like certain aspects of my character, like my race, my class, because it gives me like an easier way. Like for me, that's just easier to flip open the book and be like, all right, where was I? Here, rather than trying to like sift through it. Like if I could, I would play pen and paper most of the time because I like the pen and paper aspect of it. Because there's always a chance that there's going to be a little degree of flaw. Like you're going to mess up a number, you're going to forget a number, and that to me introduces the most human element into D&D. Because then you become a flawed person, a flawed character, which to me grounds it significantly more.
Makes sense.
Except when the dice hate me, then the dice just hate me, and that's on the dice, and they have to get over themselves.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. The dice will continue to hate you here as well. So
exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Hi, Savannah.
Savannah! What's up, girl? How goes the things and the stuff? Favorite limited edition
Oh
of
no,
flavor
they're
Doritos?
ending the pickle Doritos?
Aw.
Doritos? Wait, we're sad about that?
Dude, pickle Doritos are awesome.
I remember Savannah telling us that she really liked the half pickles, half Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yo, really? What? What?
I like the sweet and spicy ones personally, but
Right.
Ooh.
I'm a Cool Ranch man. I'm very simple to please.
Yeah,
That
there's
or a
definitely
3D
pickle Doritos.
3D Doritos were my shit. Let's see. No, Savannah, don't throw shit at me, god damn it. A mix of Cool Ranch and intense pickles. That sounds pretty gnarly, I'm not even gonna lie.
Pizza, it might just be for Canada. I believe Savannah is in Canada. Because they're not in America. I wasn't able to get that flavor. I wanted to try it, but I couldn't.
My friend's group main DM is infamously unlucky with any kind of dice rolling. Like, he'll either miss or he'll crit, and somehow roll minimal.
Huh.
Doc is echoing. Is he echoing because you're on my stream and you're hearing the echo come through my mic? Because that's likely the case. That happens quite often with me, I might. Like, that's not...
The other question, Savannah, is do you have both of our streams open?
That's another very good question, yes.
And my follow-up question to that would be, why don't you also have my stream open if that's the case?
Yeah, like, why
isn't
echo?
Panda echoing?
Yeah.
How dare.
Let's see.
Yeah, so that's kind of all I had for session 0. I feel like we got a pretty good solid setup. I have a good idea of what you guys are looking for.
Right.
Very open-ended. I like that. I dig that a lot because it gives me a lot of room to play around with. I have an idea of how I'm going to start you guys out. I'm going to leave that as a surprise for our first session. We're going to be playing once a month to start. We'll be doing on the first Friday of every month. So our first session will be, I guess, June. What is that? June 6th. Nice. And then we've got our lines and veils. Everyone is on the same page.
Yep.
Doc, I would say if you want to do yourself a favor as far as just mental prepping and whatnot, just so you know what you're getting into, once you have kind of an idea of your character and what you want, I would sift through the different subclasses so that when you have your options become available to you, you'll kind of know what direction you want to take, because the subclasses are a lot and they will be a lot in a lot of ways. You can also do what I usually do, which is, when you have an idea of what the character is, spitball that out to someone like Panda, who can be like, oh yeah, that subclass XYZ would be an excellent complement to what you're going for.
Yeah, I guess that's fine. I'll have to look through the guidebook more succinctly anyway, so.
No, of course. I mean, if it helps, it's only 11 o'clock. We can keep sifting through the PHP.
Yeah, we can definitely keep talking, chatting about stuff. We could watch a movie, The Gamers, if you want. We can...
Yeah.
How would we watch The Gamers?
So I actually know exactly how we would do that if you really wanted to, because we can watch it on YouTube. So I could pull it up and then I could share my screen with you guys on Discord so that we're all watching it at the same time. And then if you guys want to just share the Discord screen so that people on your end could watch it too, we could literally just all have a big watch party of The Gamers if you wanted. That's just,
That might be better for its own night, I would say.
That's fair.
I don't know if I can stay up for another hour and a half or however long that movie is.
Let's see.
I mean, we've already been going for 3.5 hours, so if this is where we... Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's a solid
3 hours
night.
and 23 minutes on my end.
I apologize that a lot of that was me just figuring out how Foundry works.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, I mean, that's what today was, right? It was just setting things up and making sure everything works okay.
Yep. Yeah, so now in the future things will be a lot smoother because we've got the kind of basics out of the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Did you guys have any questions? Did you guys want to discuss anything? Talk about anything? You want to have
Oh,
ideas that you want to run by me?
I think
Question-wise,
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Moose.
No, please, by all means.
Question-wise, I was going to ask, can we access this without you so that I can like fill in my biography in my own time, or?
I can leave the server up so that you can do that. I would say that if I ever like shut the server down, then you wouldn't have access. But I have no problem leaving the server up. It does not impact my like bandwidth.
Well, I can
or
just message
computer.
you, right? And be like, hey, can I access thing? I want to write some stuff down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You
Hydration
don't
and
have to.
stretch, gentlemen. Hydration and stretch.
Ooh.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
And JJ, nice job finding a Bombay. Car redeemed hydrate and stretch as well, so I'll take that.
Nice. Cheers.
Beautiful.
Oh no, Savannah. That sounds awful.
Oh yeah, no, Savannah, that sucks ass, dude.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
Okay, that was my only question. So Moose, whatever else you had to ask was.
I was gonna say, for the sake of it, Doc, I imagine you still need some time to kind of flesh out, like, character-wise what you want to do, or do you want to powwow, figure out like a good starting point where we could essentially run into each other?
I think we could have a session of that, just like you and I.
Okay.
Maybe that would work out well. Because I'll be honest, it's getting a little. I'm getting a little fadey on my end.
Oh,
So
that's
I think.
good. Yeah, no worries.
I could
No
also
worries, no
just
worries.
give you a way that you guys run into each other.
That's true
Yeah,
too.
it's true. Yeah.
I do have
I want-
an idea in mind.
Now the other question is, do we know each other?
It's a good question.
I like the idea of us not knowing each other.
Hell yeah, I'm down.
Nice.
Start from square one. Hell yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, by that account, Panda, how do you feel? How are you excited, my dude? Like, what's going on in your head on the DM side of it?
Oh, I'm super pumped. I am super jazzed for all of it. It's very like I've had ideas in my head on how I wanted to present a game to you guys, and like now that we actually have the characters in place, we've got the settings, we've talked about it, we've sat down and like really gone through it. I'm like, I love every minute of this. I'm so ready to go. I've got like a notebook that I'm gonna be like jotting notes and world ideas and stuff down. I want to like make a Legend Keeper wiki for us so that people can like follow along with our story and stuff. Like, I'm down. I'm ready.
Absolutely. I'm down for this. Let's go. Okay. So, by all accounts, then, Doc, I know you said you're fading off for a little night. Panda, do you want to play something?
I'm down to play something.
Right. Okay. Let's see. What have we been meaning to play, but we haven't had a chance to play? I don't know. Well, we'll figure that out in a second. Doc, by all means, my dude, do you want to start heading off to bed? I shan't keep you.
Yeah, I think this will be a good place for me to call it for the night. So
Sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
thank you guys. This was really fun, and I'm excited to get started as well. So
Yeah,
Sounds good.
It's all uphill from here, man. All uphill from here.
all right, I'm gonna pop out of the Discord then, but I'll catch you guys Tuesday, I guess, because Tuesday is our Guild Wars, right?
I won't be there, but yes, have
Oh,
fun,
okay.
guys.
Oh my god, Doc, he's leaving us to our vices in Guild Wars 2 of all things. We're going
Oh,
to
boy.
die.
Yeah, sorry guys,
Alright.
you won't have me for the next 2 weeks actually.
Oh, that's
Oh, okay.
true. Right. Okay, so what we do, Doc, is on Tuesday, we grind up levels like crazy. We make it so that he has to actually try to catch up to us when he can.
I like it.
Hell yes. Hell yes. All right then, Doc. Rock and roll, man. Always a fucking pleasure. Looking forward to doing some D&D shenanigans.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I'm super pumped. We'll see you, Doc.
All right, catch you guys later.
Not. And
Yeah.
we've got to figure this out. the fuck are we gonna play?
I don't know. You want to check out Monster Hunter stuff? Do you want to go back to Pokemon?
Ooh, I mean, both of those options are great. Shit. Crap, those are both really great options because we have the new Monster Hunter stuff to go through technically.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've been playing every once in a while, like during lunch I'll get like maybe one hunt in, but like it's a hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, Savannah, he's always been an asshole, trust me. And now he's had a bigger sign to like absolutely insult me, trust me. He is 100% always an asshole. But you like his sign though? It's nice. It's nice and fancy. Okay. So I'm gonna close out Foundry. For reference, I am pursuing just real quick before I close this out.
Sure.
I am pursuing the pirate thing we talked about before with the piratey character pursuing his dad. Often, you know, his dad took the ship and off he went, and we're gonna occasionally run into old crewmates as we attempt to locate Daddy. Why are we trying to locate Daddy? Well, because Mommy has one glove, which I am now wearing for the rest of my life. It is my holy symbol. It is a black glove with gold filigree that essentially symbolizes our family name. Dad took off with the other one. Mom is gone. She left me the glove. She told me go in this direction to this town. And now I need to go in this direction to this town because Dad has the other glove and I need them back.
Cool. I like it. Could you write all of that out for me?
Oh, I intend to. 100%.
Perfect.
I just wanted to like fist that out into the distance for a second there.
Love it.
All right, let me close out Foundry. Do I have to save or anything, or just everything kind of auto saves?
Everything auto saves. Like, I mean, as you like close out of things and as you finish editing things, it'll save, and then I keep saving the world state automatically too.
Okay, fantastic. Fan doodly doop-tastic. Close that out. All right. So
You guys are heading out of Foundry.
I'm down for some Monster Hunter. I'll go boot that up right now.
Doc is still in Foundry.
You want to do
so
that?
I'm gonna leave that open for him for now.
How does one
Monster
go
Hunter?
from being a paladin? It's so the particular type of paladin that I went with was God, what the hell was it? Shit. It wasn't devotion. It wasn't ancients. It wasn't vengeance. It was oath of glory, I believe it was, which centers around the the concept of attaining a state of glory or getting to that part of glory. And for him, that's very much a hey, this would be a glorious thing for me to happen. Like in his mind, that is a state of glory. I haven't figured out a god to kind of facilitate with that, but Scrambles, it could go either way. I could kill Father and take all his gold and give it out to the poor if he still has anything, or we might reconcile with Daddy and hug it out and cry. Look, I'm open up to all of the sad endings. Like, we could find dead Daddy. It's like James and the Giant Peach. We go underneath the sea in the water, and he's just Jack Skellington. Use reanimate dead, talk to Daddy one more time, and then he dies,
All right, Moose, I'm going to mute you for just a second. I'm going to turn off my YouTube stream, so I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube users and stuff. So I'll be
Yeah. Go
right
yell at them. Go yell at them. I will yell at people on this end and set up Monster Hunter in the meantime.
All right. Perfect. So while we get Monster Hunter set up, for those of you who want to keep joining us while we play some Monster Hunter, feel free to hop into the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/GamePandaPlays. But for YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. That way the VOD is just our session 0 stuff. Typically I'll do the streams on YouTube and stuff, but just for this first one, because I want to make sure session 0 is like kind of its own thing, I'm going to end the YouTube stream so that the VOD saves as just session 0, and then we'll have Monster Hunter over on the Twitch channel. So thank you so much for joining us over on YouTube's. I appreciate you greatly. This is super exciting. It's great. I think everything worked smoothly. I don't think we had any real hiccups or anything on the YouTube side. Looks like it's still running and everything. So yeah, excellent. Chat went through. Everything looked good. I was able to see chat. To those of you who were in the YouTube chat and actually chatting, I did see you. I apologize that I didn't get a chance to actually talk back to you guys. Travis, I did see you. Polyshawn, I saw you as well. Thank you. We will be continuing our streaming on YouTube as well. So join us for the future for more games. All right. With that, have a good night, YouTube. Twitch, we'll be back in just a moment.